Do me a favor, real quick. Go into the Pike County. County Pirate fans, welcome to LaGrange, Georgia for tonight's live coverage of Pike County Pirate football presented by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson, Georgia. It is great to have you here with us inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth as we are getting you ready for tonight's game. Pike County on the road here at Callaway Stadium to take on the Cavaliers from Callaway High School. Welcome inside, everybody. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. In the middle here with us tonight, joining us for the first time this season, the voice of the Pirates at the Boneyard in Zebulon. Our PA announcer, Michael Moody, is here with us. And also the cool guy in the shades down there, that is our producer and engineer, Mr. Eric Edmondson. And on top of the roof here tonight, way upstairs, give him another shot of that field, Eric, because he is up there almost in the clouds here with us this evening. Our man, Michael Penn, is on the camera for us here tonight, and we are glad to have all of you here with us. As you can see, a gorgeous field here at Callaway Stadium in downtown LaGrange, Georgia. Welcome. Glad to have everybody here. Gentlemen, glad to have you here. And Pike County's got a little momentum rolling, couple of wins at home, but Michael Moody, not only are we looking for our first road win this season, we're looking for our first road points. We got to get them tonight.
Right. It's going to be a great test for us tonight. We're really going to see where we're at in the season. Both teams have a lot of momentum coming into tonight's game, with Callaway winning 3 straight, Pike winning 2 straight. And so we'll see. It's going to be a good night for us to learn and to compete.
Eric, this team we're playing here tonight, Callaway, they have won 3 straight games. Both teams are 3-2 overall. This is the first region game for both teams here tonight. But this Callaway team in that 3-game winning streak, they have outscored their opponents 87-10, including a 50-0 beatdown on Redan last Thursday night.
Yeah, and you knew coming into this, not just this game, but this conference, that this is going to be a tough game. This is a tough conference to play in, but if Pike County wants to continue to grow the program, grow this team, and make sure that it is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future, you got to put up a good showing at least tonight and a good fight here against Callaway. And hey, any given Friday.
That's right.
That's right.
Anything can happen. So we'll see what happens this evening. We are just getting things started. This is the countdown to kickoff, powered by Enlightening Electric. Big thank you to the folks at E2 for helping us with our football program this season and being able to get here to talk a little high school football before kickoff, which is coming up tonight at 7:30 p.m. We're just getting things underway. When we come back from our first break, we're going to talk some college football. We got our weekly fantasy picks we're going to give you here this evening. You've already heard from Coach Holmes earlier today. He gave you his picks. Now we'll give you our picks. And by the way, Michael Moody is picking for Chris Childress tonight.
They go on the record. The same record.
They count. So
I can't lose.
He can't look. Chris can. Michael, not so much. So we got that coming up for you. And of course, Eric is standing by with our Express Sanitation Services out-of-town scoreboard. We'll talk to you about the other high school games we're keeping an eye on this Friday night as we kick off the second half of the season. Game number 6 here tonight at Callaway Stadium on a beautiful Friday night in LaGrange, Georgia. We are just getting things started. We'll be back right after this timeout. This is Pike County football with K13 Media, driven by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. How does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's simple. We have the most inventory. Regardless if you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or a high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicle, we've got something for everybody. Be sure to check out our huge online inventory at countrysideautomotive.com, and let's make 2025 the time to find your new ride at Countryside.
2 law firms, 1 mission. When Jody Sellers and Kevin Parker team up, the courtroom better be ready. Compassion where it counts, fire when it's needed, and results that speak for themselves. We fight for you like you're our family, and we don't back down. Ever. Introducing Sellers and Parker LLC, your hometown law firm that provides big-time results. Call us today at 770-415-9848. Visit sellersparker.com or find us on social media at Sellers Parker LF. Sellers and Parker LLC, where clients become family.
Welcome back, Pirate fans. We are live tonight in LaGrange, Georgia. Callaway Stadium, downtown LaGrange, is where we are for our first region game of the season. Again, the Pirates coming off 2 big wins at home, knocking off Greenville 3 weeks ago. And last week, a huge win, Michael Moody, over an undefeated Mountain Zion team who came in 5-0 on the season, had outscored their opponents like 148-19, but that didn't bother the Pirates any. 2 touchdowns in the first 6 minutes. I know you were a busy man calling names over the PA last week, but it's been a fun 2 weeks for the Pirates.
Especially 69 Jalen Hudson, our player of the game. He was just everywhere last week, and Pike did a good job giving Mount Zion a dose of reality.
Hopefully we can give Callaway that tonight, but we've got a very good opponent here this evening, and we're going to tell you all about Callaway and their head coach, Pete Wiggins, coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's go ahead for the first time tonight and check out our out-of-town scoreboard presented by our good friends at Express Sanitation Services. This evening, we've got quite a few games we're going to be checking in on, and I think it's our first time now to go to our Eric Cam tonight. Are we going to the Eric Cam, or are we going to keep it right here on the booth cam?
I think we can keep it on the booth cam this evening. We're a little bit more cozy this evening. So here's the games we're going to be looking for on our Express Sanitation out-of-town scoreboard. First off, you got Fayette at Spalding. That's going to be a good one to watch. Mary Persons at Upson Lee. Always a good is that a geographical, would you say?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a geographical.
But not a big rivalry game, because Mary Persons is 11-1 all time against Upson Lee. Upson Lee didn't get that one win until last year.
Okay, so
in
they're
3
on
overtimes.
But they're on a win streak.
Well,
that's what you can count it.
Wait a minute. What did the movie Major League say? You had to you win 2.
That's two different sports.
Oh, okay. I thought it was winning is winning. So
either way, Upson Lee last year gets a win over Mary Persons. They'll be playing again tonight. That'll be in Upson Lee. Jackson will be at Rutland tonight. That is 2 conference opponents. That Jackson will be seeing them next weekend, or at least the Pirates on the field will be seeing them next weekend. Westside Macon will be at Morgan County. We'll be looking at Crawford at Central Talbotton. And Greenville will be at Mount Zion. Both those squads the Pirates have already faced off with this season and are 2-0 against them.
Interesting to see if Greenville plays the whole game tonight.
We'll have to see that for sure. And Manchester finally will be at Tryon for the final game we're watching on the Express Sanitation out-of-town scoreboard.
There you have it. And again, we are just getting things started in Region 2AA. All 6 teams in the region are in action tonight. Again, Pike County here to take on Callaway. Jackson is in Macon to take on Rutland. And Morgan County, who's sitting at 5-0 on the season, taking on the Seminoles of Westside Macon. And that Jackson game last Friday night, I know the Red Devils are still reeling over that one. Not once, not twice, but multiple times had leads of 15 points or more and couldn't close it out. End up losing that game late to Westover from Albany last Friday night. So the Red Devils trying to get back as well. And then, of course, everybody chasing Morgan County, who's 5-0 on the season and one of the top-ranked teams in the state. So it's going to be an interesting night. We'll keep you up to date on all those scores all night long with our Express Sanitation Services scoreboard. We're just getting things started again. Glad to have you here on the Countdown to Kickoff, powered by Enlightening Electric. You can hear in the background, we got the bands fired up. Crowd is rolling in. Sun is setting. It is a beautiful night in LaGrange, Georgia. The countdown is on. 7:30 kickoff here this evening. We'll be back right after this timeout. K13 Media live from Callaway Stadium in LaGrange.
Highlanders Forward is more than a rallying cry. It's a way of being. At Gordon State College, Highlanders move towards a bright future with an affordable, high-quality education that sets them up for lifelong success. Our students pursue their passions through nearly 30 exceptional degree programs that lead to exciting careers across the globe. They work towards academic excellence in challenging courses taught by exceptional faculty who support them along the way. They evolve as global citizens through study abroad programs, career-focused internships, and meaningful research and service initiatives that connect them to the world they live in. As graduates, Highlanders move confidently into their futures after earning valuable degrees at a fraction of the cost elsewhere. Gordon State College is the place where forward thinkers launch their dreams and shape better lives for themselves and their families. Start the journey to your future at Gordon State College. Apply today.
Some people just prefer a pre-owned vehicle over a new vehicle, and that's perfectly fine with us at the Countryside Pre-Owned Supercenter in downtown Jackson. Cars, trucks, vans, Jeeps, SUVs, we've got them.
financing, or cash cars. Sometimes we've even got campers, boats, jet skis, and motorcycles. If pre-owned is your thing, then stop by and see us Monday through Saturday at the Countryside Pre-Owned Supercenter, located next to Piggly Wiggly in downtown Jackson.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Countdown to Kickoff, powered by Enlightening Electric, alongside of Michael Moody and Eric Edmondson. I'm Chad Feltman. We are live inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. Michael Penn is way on top of the press box here tonight, giving us great shots. As a matter of fact, let's take another look down at the field here this evening. A gorgeous playing facility here at Callaway Stadium, and we even got the Callaway Marching Band to our left, warming everybody up here this evening. And one thing we were talking about is not the biggest band in the world, but they've definitely put out a big sound. Can't wait to hear them tonight at halftime.
Yeah. They sound good. They really get the juices flowing for Friday night.
Man, I tell you, bands, to me, are just that heartbeat of Friday Night Lights. Eric, agree, disagree?
Absolutely. Hey, listen, I'm a marching band connoisseur. As a former member of a marching band, listen, there is no juice in a football game without the accompanying music, and they sound fantastic.
I've been to a few high school football games on Friday nights with no bands.
That's just
and
not
you
the
want to
same.
talk about just no life in the stadium at all. So,
and we're super thankful for the job that the Pike Regiment does on Friday nights at the Boneyard.
And tonight at halftime, we will have our Henson's Outdoor Services halftime show. We will feature both bands here tonight at halftime at Callaway Stadium. So giving you a little peek right now of what's coming your way with the Callaway Marching Band. They had senior night here tonight. A lot of seniors, getting recognized here tonight. Yeah, I think it was 40 or a little more over 40. So it's already been a big night here this evening. And again, a great shot of the field real quick. Aaron will show you the sun is going down straight across from the field. See if Michael Penn can get us a pretty good shot of that sunset. I don't know. He may be up there just there. It is.
Ooh,
there's the shot of the West Georgia sunset here tonight. Love it. Michael Penn. The crazy thing is we were all expecting to get here tonight with like 2 or 3 inches of rain.
Right.
And it's turned out to be pretty good. So,
perfect night.
All right, before we give you our college football picks here tonight, let's turn it down on the field and bring you tonight's national anthem live from Callaway Stadium.
At left rifle, A.G. Hildegard. Carrying the U.S. flag, Claire Gorman. The Georgia flag, J.P. Blackman. Right rifle, Sanaya Hood.
What a beautiful shot of the American flag down on the field. What a beautiful rendition of the national anthem here tonight to get us started at Callaway Stadium as we are moments away from kickoff here this evening. Coming your way at 7:30 p.m. It is Pike County and Callaway here tonight in LaGrange. Once again, alongside of Michael Moody and Mr. Eric Edmondson, I'm Chad Feltman. We are live tonight inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. And Michael Moody, let's give him a shout out real quick because our man right here, PA announcer, the voice of the Pike County Pirates at the Boneyard. I'm just glad to have you here tonight, man. So before we forget and get busy, I got a terrible memory. thank you for being here with us tonight.
It's an honor. I'm privileged to fill in for Chris Childress. I know he hates not to be here, but a family wedding out of town, so love being here. Love football. Love hanging with you guys. It's going to be a fun night.
Something else we are honored and privileged to have every week as well as our pregame prayer presented by Christ Chapel in Zebulon. Every single week we get a chance to hear from Pastor Billy Smith at Christ Chapel with some encouraging words for the broadcast, for the players, the coaches, and all the fans. And just like we do every Friday night after the national anthem, it is time to check in with Pastor Billy Smith for this week's Pirate pregame prayer live with K13 Media.
Pirate fans, get ready for an exciting ball game tonight. Pike County versus Callaway. It's going to be an amazing evening. I want to give a shout out to Chad Feltman, Chris Childress, all the guys who are working there, bringing this broadcast to us, especially on away games, man. What a blessing to us. Thank you guys for what you're doing. Would you bow your heads and let's start tonight off with a prayer? Jesus, thank you for our community. Thank you for our coaches, our staff, our team, and our players. We are honored to be part of such a great group of people, live in such a wonderful, wonderful town. Would you bless this game tonight? Would you let our players play to the very best of their ability? And would you protect both teams from injury and harm? Let us have a great, great game tonight. Let it be entertaining and fun. I pray that in the wonderful name of Jesus. This is Pastor Billy Smith from Christ Chapel Church in Zebulon. If you don't have a church home, come join us on a Sunday. We meet on Sunday mornings at 8 o'clock, 9:30, and 11:15. 3 convenient times, 8 o'clock, 9:30, and 11:15. And if you do have a church home, you make sure that you get there this weekend. Go support your church and your pastor. Get involved, get engaged, become a volunteer. Do something that makes the world a better place, man. We are better together. Get involved in a local church. God bless you. Let's go Pirates. Let's go get a win tonight in Callaway. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Pastor Billy Smith. Always great to have the words of encouragement from Christ Chapel with our Pirate pregame prayer here this evening, and something we are honored to have every single Friday night. So Pastor Billy, everybody at Christ Chapel, my good buddy Ricky Shepard, who's over there as well. Glad to have you on the broadcast. Glad to have all of our sponsors here with us tonight. Without all of you, we wouldn't be able to do this. We love doing it. Don't get me wrong. We absolutely love being here, but it's not free and it's not cheap. But it is fun. I can promise you that. And look, we're into air conditioning here tonight. I'm not going to complain too much about
really
this.
Nice.
It's not a bad night here this evening at Callaway Stadium. Poor Michael Penn, he's up top, but I think he likes it outdoors anyway. So we'll leave him up on the roof tonight. At least he's got a great view down on the field this evening. And we're going to have a great view as well tonight because we got a great ball game coming your way with Pike County and Callaway at 7:30 this evening. First region game of the season. We're going to be talking all about high school football all throughout the night. We've got our out-of-town scoreboard games we're going to be watching, but we've also got to talk some college football because tomorrow, would you guys think it's safe to say so far this season the biggest Saturday of the college football year?
Yeah, most likely the biggest Saturday, if not one of the biggest Saturdays that we will see leading up to the CFP, of course.
Well, I mean, so far, though. So far.
Absolutely, so far. It's just, and it's not so, and I feel like a lot of time college football fans maybe load up on the SEC, and it's a big week for the SEC, but it is the dominant conference.
Now, there's college football games actually taking place tonight, going on right now. Florida State taking on Virginia for some Friday night action, but tomorrow we've got some big-time college football games going on. We always like to pick out a handful and give you our big five of the weekend, and we'll give you our picks as well. We had Coach Holmes' picks earlier today, so Eric, you want to give them? You got them in order? You want me to go with it?
You go first.
All right.
You go with it.
I do know the first game on our schedule for tomorrow. Georgia Tech is at Wake Forest. Now, Georgia Tech is at number 16th in the country. They're still undefeated, and I want Tech to have a great year. But this game tomorrow scares me to death. This is almost that typical Georgia Tech 12 o'clock Wake Forest on the road upset special in the making. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Tech goes in and wins by 40. But in the back of my mind, I've seen this. I've seen this performance too many times over the year. I'm gonna take, and I hate to do this, I'm gonna take Wake Forest, my upset special tomorrow. I hate to do it. I know, everybody. I get it. I'll go Wake. Michael, how about you?
I think Brent Key has turned the corner with this program, so I don't think they're going to have a setback at all. I think Tech takes this game, and when both programs in the state are this good, it just builds to the excitement of the season. It's just that much more fun of a season when both Tech and Georgia are good. So
this is the one time I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong and lose.
I think you're wrong. I think Tech wins this game.
But I don't know, something about 12 o'clock, early Saturday on the road. Eric, who you going with? Who you like?
You know what? I somewhat agree with you, Chad. This feels like your typical setup trap game.
Yep.
For a team like Georgia Tech that historically has fallen into these traps time and time again. But I do agree with Michael. I think this is a different program.
Yeah.
Brent Key has done a phenomenal job with that program. And I think if you just break it down, look at the talent level, then Georgia Tech should walk out of this one as the victory. Give me the Yellow Jackets.
I hope these two are right. I'll be glad to go on the record for the L. But I don't know. Something here in the back of my I've been heartbroken too many times. All right, so that's 12 o'clock tomorrow. Also going on tomorrow, some big games at night. Let's start off with Oregon at Penn State. This is where College Game Day will be tomorrow. Eric, we'll start with you. Ducks, Nittany Lions. Who you like?
You know, last year Oregon had a fantastic run. They lost some pieces going into this next year. But Penn State, I think, lost a lot more than Oregon did going in. So give me Oregon.
Michael?
Once again, I'm agreeing with Eric. I think it's Oregon. Dan Lanning has that program scoring a bunch of points, and Penn State just has to prove it to me. And if they do tomorrow, then I'll be a believer.
Clean sweep. I like Oregon, too. Ducks on the road. I agree with Michael. Dan Lanning and the Ducks tomorrow night. All right, next game tomorrow, Auburn at Texas A&M. Boy, I tell you right now, there are some ticked-off Auburn fans around this country after last week, and you know what? I can't blame them one bit, but I'm still not picking them. Give me Texas A&M. Eric, how about you?
You know, last week I think it was a blip game. While there was some ref ball, there were some chances for the Tigers to bounce back, and I think that they are going to lick their wounds from this one and come back against A&M, against another SEC opponent, and come out with a victory.
All right, Michael?
I'm concerned about those 10 sacks last Saturday, and until they clean that up, I'm going to have to take the Aggies over the Tigers.
Next game we're going to be keeping an eye on tomorrow. This ought to be a really good game. LSU at Ole Miss. Michael Moody, who do you like?
Lane Train.
Lane Train. All right, Eric.
Go Tiger, baby.
I'll go Tigers as well. LSU for me. And the final game tomorrow night, the one I know I'll be glued on, and a lot of people in our area, Georgia and Alabama at Sanford Stadium, 7:30 Saturday night on ABC. Go Dogs. Michael Moody.
It's all dogs for me. Now, we have been snake bit by this Bama, so
yeah.
You know, same way, we have to prove it, but I think tomorrow we throw that monkey off our back. I'm saying Georgia by 10.
Eric, what is it, 40-something straight home wins for the Dogs at Sanford Stadium?
It's an incredible streak, and this is a huge prove-it game for Alabama. They got to prove a lot. They got to make their identity. They got to get the coaching right. They're going to have a perfect game. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear what's coming down the tracks?
Oh. Is that what it was?
I think that's what it was.
Machine?
I like it.
The meme machine.
I thought it was Michael Penn stomping on the roof up there. So
give me the Dogs.
Michael Penn, by the way, when Georgia beat Tennessee a few weeks ago, our cameraman ran out of his house, fully clothed, shoes and everything, and just jumped right into a swimming pool.
And he went viral?
Went viral, almost up to 1 million views now.
Man after my own heart.
For Michael Penn. So, all right, we got our picks there for our college football Saturday. Some big ones going on tomorrow. Got a big one going on here tonight as well. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we should have our captains ready and get you tonight's coin toss. Pike County and Callaway, live from Callaway Stadium here with K13 Media, presented by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Some people just prefer a pre-owned vehicle over a new vehicle, and that's perfectly fine with us at the Countryside Pre-Owned Supercenter in downtown Jackson. Cars, trucks, vans, Jeeps, SUVs, we've got them. Financing or cash cars. Sometimes we've even got campers, boats, jet skis, and motorcycles. If pre-owned is your thing, then stop by and see us Monday through Saturday at the Countryside Pre-Owned Supercenter, located next to Piggly Wiggly in downtown Jackson.
2 law firms, 1 mission. When Jody Sellers and Kevin Parker team up, the courtroom better be ready. Compassion where it counts, fire when it's needed, and results that speak for themselves. We fight for you like you're our family. And we don't back down. Ever. Introducing Sellers & Parker, LLC, your hometown law firm that provides big-time results. Call us today at 770-415-9848. Visit sellersparker.com or find us on social media at Sellers Parker LF. Sellers and Parker LLC, where clients become family.
Campus life at Gordon State College is all about moving forward together. With a vibrant student community and hundreds of organized activities, there's no limit to how much you can get involved. At our Student Activity and Recreation Center, meet up with friends to play video games, start a workout regimen, and even host a movie night. Join an intercollegiate or club sports program like baseball, basketball, volleyball, or golf. Break a sweat with your favorite intramural sport, fitness squad, or one-on-one match. Or grab a group of friends and cheer on your Highlanders from the stands. Beyond academics, Highlander Nation is a place to connect with one another and build lifelong friendships. Get involved with a student organization or a club that aligns with your passions. Students can connect with our community through theater productions, service projects, or speaker series. Whether you live on campus or off, students can enjoy it all. Learn more about getting involved in Gordon State College campus life. Visit the Student Life Office today.
All right, fans, the countdown is over. Big thank you once again to Enlightening Electric for powering our countdown to kickoff here tonight from Callaway Stadium in LaGrange. Now, it's time to send it down to the field and take a look at tonight's captains and get you the coin toss. First, for the Pike County Pirates, tonight's captains and coin toss being presented by the First Bank of Pike and First Bank of Pike Mortgage. And here with tonight's captains for the Pirates, the voice of the Pike County Pirates, Michael Moody.
Yeah, we have our junior linebacker, number 4, Max McBrayer. Our senior wideout and defensive back, number 6, Manny Lawrence. Number 51, junior Noah Cash. And number 55, senior Drake Wright are your 4 captains for the Pirates.
And it looks like Callaway has all their seniors out there tonight here on senior night, but the 4 young men who are right there in midfield this evening. Number 3, that'll be the quarterback, Blake Harrington. Number 4, Jeffrey Ellis. Number 8, Darius Davis. And number 50, Tyrone Fitton are the 4 here tonight as we are watching the toss. Hey, last week, first time all year, Pike County won the coin toss. Can we keep that momentum going here tonight? There is the toss. The official is looking over toward the Pirates. And, hey, how about that? Back-to-back weeks. Pike County has won the coin toss, so hopefully that'll be a good omen to start this ball game here this evening. Again, your coin toss and your captains being presented tonight by our good friends at First Bank of Pike and the First Bank of Pike Mortgage. And I believe we have the First Lady herself on the broadcast here with us tonight. Coach's wife, Lori Holmes, I believe is tuned in with us this evening, has the cowbell ready to go, and we're glad to have everybody tuned in with us this evening as we are live from Callaway Stadium here in LaGrange, Georgia. First region game of the season, and we are just about ready to kick this thing off tonight. Before we do, we would love to hear from you. It is time to take our Friday night roll call. Your chance here to drop a comment on our live feed and let us know where you are watching tonight's game from. It is our Friday night roll call with the Pirates. Drop us a comment. And the one thing I have really loved seeing the past couple of weeks, Michael and Chris, or Michael and Eric, my God, I'm thinking of Chris. He's here with us in spirit. I've been watching everybody on their Facebook pages posting their pictures, propped up with their big screen TVs at home or on their deck or on their back porch watching the ball games with us. So love getting those photos as well. And again, glad to have everybody here with us this evening as we are live from Callaway Stadium. A beautiful Friday night. Sun is setting. A warm Friday night here in LaGrange, Georgia. Again, Callaway 3-2 on the season. We've got Pike County 3-2 on the season. And before we kick it off here this evening, let's go ahead now and give you our advanced IV and wellness injury report once again with Michael Moody.
Well, my sources close to the program tell me that senior Ethan Luna has a bum ankle from last week's game, so he's not going to be going tonight. And so to replace him, looks like we're going to move Manny Lawrence to safety. We'll also use number 11 Hayden Spence at safety, and that's going to bring Roger Colquitt to fill in that corner position that Manny leaves vacant. So, you know, it's going to take a team effort tonight against Callaway. So we're going to have to play as 11, swarming to the football on defense. And hopefully Ethan Luna, we'll see him back out there next week against Jackson.
There is no doubt that is a big loss, losing Luna here tonight. He's got several interceptions on the season. And I believe this evening we're probably going to see Harrington slinging around a lot for Callaway. So we'll see how it affects this Pike County defense that has been on fire. The last 2 ball games, big wins over Greenville and Mountain Zion and Carroll. And now we're ready to go here this evening as number 99, Jaden Bailey, the senior, has it teed up from the 40-yard line. Callaway in those navy blue jerseys tonight with the white pants. Pike County in the white jerseys and the gray pants. Bailey's got it teed up at the 40. We are ready for Pike County football presented by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And here we go. Bailey's kick will be taken by the Pirates inside the 10-yard line. And it looks like that's going to be Rocco Barbie who will bring it up for the Pirates up close to the 20-yard line. So the Pirates will set up first down and 10 here tonight. Taking a look at the stats so far this season for Callaway defensively, they're only giving up 17 points per game. Pike County's offense averaging 23 points per game. But again, this is our 3rd road game of the season. We have not scored a point on the road. Shutout in Tallapoosa, shutout in Americas. So not only trying to find our first win, but our first road points of the season.
And this is a big night for Braden O'Connell.
He is the sophomore quarterback. He's got Samaje Smith in the backfield, and he'll hand it off. Nope, now he'll tuck it, keep it, looking to throw. Pass is going to be complete to Barbie, but Barbie is going to be dropped for maybe a loss of a yard or 2 by J.D. Strong, number 12. And that'll be 2nd down and 12 here for the Pirates.
Rocco did a good job just holding on to that football. As soon as he caught it, he was met in the backfield. Good job holding on to the football.
Absolutely.
Again, this Callaway team, after starting 0-2, they have won 3 straight. They have outscored their opponents 87-10 in those last 3 games. 2nd down 11 for the Pirates. And here's a busted play right here, like O'Connell was trying to give it to Samaje Smith, and O'Connell is just going to fall down after a loss of another yard or 2. He was trying to give that ball to Samaje. Samaje just took off, never even looked down at it. Tackle was made by Darius Davis, the senior captain. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 12. So this is what Coach Holmes talked to us about in the pregame show. Got to find a way to get the offense moving. So far, we're 2 plays in and a loss of 2 yards.
Right. We cannot play behind the sticks tonight and be successful. This defense for Callaway is just too good.
So it is 3rd and 12 for the Pirates. Just underway, first quarter. Pirates in a spread formation. Here's O'Connell dropping back, looking over the middle, fires. Pass is going to be complete up around the 26-yard line. What a catch. I believe that's Lyric Scott, number 84. His first catch of the ball game. It will give the Pirates about 9 yards, but it's still going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2 for Pike County.
Yeah, when you think of Lyric Scott, you think of toughness. He's so fast, and he's done such a good job coming back from injury the past 2 seasons. He is quite the football player. Think Ladd McConkey when you watch him play.
Jack Hammond, number 72, on to punt it away. Jeremiah Dunn, number 2, back to return on 4th and 2. No pressure from the Cavaliers. Another good kick by Hammond like he's done all year. The kick is going to be caught on the run, and here come the Cavaliers. Just one man to beat. That's the punter, Hammond, and it's going to be returned for a Cavalier touchdown.
Jeremiah Dunn on the return there, and our coverage was just nowhere to be found. I don't think we had a guy within 10 yards of him when he caught the ball.
Jeremiah Dunn with a 63-yard punt return for a touchdown, and made that just look way too easy on a low line drive punt by Hammond, and Callaway is on the board first. It's 6-0 Cavaliers, and now they'll come on for the point after. And again, it's going to be Bailey, number 99. They're trying to make it a 7-0 ball game. Here's the snap. Here's the kick from Bailey, and the kick is good. So a 63-yard punt return touchdown by Callaway. Puts the Cavaliers on the board first. Hey, that's 7 points. The only good thing about that, that's $7 to the Points for Paul's program presented by our good friends at Bark Avenue in Zebulon. For every point scored this season, Ashley and the team at Bark Avenue will match that number dollar for dollar with a donation to a local rescue group coming up on Giving Tuesday in November. And entering tonight's game so far, we tallied up the numbers, And there have been 230 points scored this season during Pike County football. So $230, now $236.
Instead of Rocco Barbie back deep, we now have 26 Tristan Ward back with Keelan Yates and Samaje Smith.
Here's Bailey, another kick that is going to be returned by the Pirates. Up to the 20, 25, and knocked out of bounds around the 27-yard line. That is the freshman, Keelan Yates.
Good return, broke about 4 tackles there.
So again, Pike County will come out. One thing that has worked pretty well for Pike this season, that pass over the middle has been there. We saw it early once tonight. That last play for the Pirates, Lyric Scott, a 9-yard reception. Look for that. Look for Saporita. That could be something big here tonight. 7-0 early. Callaway on top after the 63-yard punt return touchdown. And for the second time this evening, here's O'Connell in the Pirate offense. This time he will hand it to Samaje Smith, who's hit in the backfield once, twice, and now 3 Callaway defenders in there to make the stop. The first hit was made by number 51, Josiah Garrett. Jeffrey Ellis, number 4, number 8, Darius Davis in there to clean it up. And that's going to be about a 4-yard loss.
Well scouted by the Cavalier defense.
So second down, 14. And I just don't know if we're going to have a chance all night. That's a slow developing play on that read option. And that time there were 3 navy blue jerseys in the backfield by the time Samaje took the ball from his quarterback. This time O'Connell wants to throw. Pressure off the end. He'll step up. He'll take it and run out of bounds. Oh, and here comes a push late. Is there going to be a flag? O'Connell took a shove well after that play was ended, but I do not see a flag down on the field.
Number 8, Darius Davis, came in there really late. I'm surprised there wasn't a flag thrown there.
Callaway gets a huge break. But again, for Pike County, it's another loss. We went back 2 more, 3rd and 16.
And this is something that you don't want to fall into the trap that the Pirates did against Harrelson earlier this season, where O'Connell got flushed out of the pocket really fast. And instead of trying to get rid of the ball, he continuously searched for someone downfield, and it continuously resulted in loss of yardage.
Again, I think O'Connell's going to have to live underneath, look over the middle. He's got an empty backfield. Here comes the blitz. O'Connell will take off with it. Here goes the sophomore quarterback to the 30, 35, and he's out of bounds. So O'Connell's going to get about 10 or 11, but again, Pike County will be just shy of the first down, and it will set up 4th and 3, and the ball is going to be right on top of the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good scamper there by O'Connell, and sometimes when he does break out of the pocket, he's able to find those guys, but great coverage downfield by the Cavaliers.
All right, if we've learned anything, let's keep it away from Jeremiah Dunn at number 2. He just ran one back 63 yards. Let's see what Hammond does with this punt on 4th and 3. No pressure at all. Jack with a nice, better punt, and it is away from Dunn. Takes a bounce at the 30 and a Pirate roll, and Dunn's going to watch it roll all the way down to the Cavalier 15-yard line. So a great punt by Jack Hammond. And that will pin the Cavaliers down at their 15-yard line with 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And now we actually get to see how this Pirate defense is going to work against the Cavalier offense. I mean, we didn't really necessarily get to see it, if you want to call that a first drive from the Cavaliers. This is going to be their first drive, and we'll see how this offense that has developed this tenacity over the past couple of weeks does against a very, very potent lineup.
Yeah, this quarterback here tonight is senior Blake Harrington, leading his team last week. First down and 10, Cavaliers. They'll work from their 15-yard line, and Harrington will hand it off right up the middle. Is going to be number 13. That's Kristen Kennedy. And let's see, Kennedy's going to take it up to about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 7. It'll set up 2nd and 3.
I saw number 35, Gray Cook, in on the tackle, and that's one guy that Coach Holmes mentioned last night. Pregame, that was real impressed with Gray Cook this year.
Second down for Callaway. Harrington, number 3, is the quarterback. Working out of the gun. He'll take the snap, roll here to the near side, fires a pass. It is complete. Tackle made by Keelan Yates. Pass was caught by number 16, Zy Dandy, the junior. And that'll be a first down for Callaway to the 31-yard line.
He caught the ball, but he lost a shoe, so got that going for us.
Do you have to come out for a play when you lose a shoe? I know you do a helmet.
At least we didn't pick up the shoe and throw it.
That's a good point.
Oh.
First down and 10 here for Callaway. 7:30 to play, first quarter.
My good friend Bubba White will appreciate that reference.
We got it. Here's the handoff once again. And there's Gray Cook, number 35, in there to lead the charge, along with number 55, Drake White, as Kennedy was the ball carrier. And Kennedy's going to get about 4 on that one up to the 35-yard line. And it'll set up second down and 6. I'm with you guys. I'm interested in seeing how this defense can respond here tonight. We have had 2 great games defensively.
And that was a great look and a great read by the defense on that previous play. Now, if they can continually sniff out the run game and force the Cavaliers to go into the air, now they're a fantastic passing offense as well, but it definitely makes them less dynamic. So if you can take one element of their game, then you can start to pick apart how else you can attack.
Second down and 6. Kennedy, the ball carrier, up the middle. He's got room to run through the secondary. Kennedy breaks 2 tackles. And Kennedy is going to go all the way to the house. It is going to be a 65-yard touchdown run by number 13, Kristen Kennedy.
Kennedy just ran through a few arm tackles, a few bad angles, and took it to the house. That's all he needed.
So a 65-yard run to go along with a 63-yard punt return by Kennedy. And now just a point away from making it a 14-0 ball game. And again for the point after, Jaden Bailey, number 99. The hold is good and the kick is good as well. So another big play, 65-yard run by number 13, the junior Kristen Kennedy. It's now a 14-0 Callaway lead with 6:28 to play here in quarter number 1. 7 more points to the Points for Paul's program presented by Bark Avenue in Zebulon. Hey, don't forget tonight a couple of other sponsors we want to mention here this evening when we have our big play of the game tonight, and it's going to happen, I promise you. That will be our Plum Perfect Play of the Game presented by Plum Perfect Plumbing. And also this evening, don't forget, we will bring you our Player of the Game presented by Sellers and Parker Law Firm here tonight. Jody Sellers tuned in to the broadcast this evening. And when the Pirates get into the red zone tonight, they will be coming to you live from the Thomaston Hospice Red Zone.
Rocco Barbie, 13, back there deep once again for the Pirates.
Here's Bailey with the kick, and we got a whistle. And let's see, Callaway may have got a head start on that one. It may back him up 5. 6 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. We're in the first quarter. Looks a lot like last week's game, but completely different for our team. And we scored 2 touchdowns in the first 6 minutes last week.
Yeah, and, you know, the message has to be we have to stop the bleeding.
So Callaway will back it up. 5 yards, and he'll kick it off now from the 35-yard line. .6:28 to play. Opening quarter from Callaway Stadium in LaGrange. Bailey from the 35-yard line. Now we'll kick it away. Again, another kick that could be returned. Let's see what the Pirates do with it. It'll take a bounce around the 10, stays in bounds. I believe that's Yates who picked it up, and he dodged one big hit, got it up to about the 22-yard line. That is Keelan Yates, the freshman on the return, and Pike will set up 1st and 10 from its 22.
Yates let that ball bounce thinking it was going to bounce out of bounds, but somehow it checked up and stayed in bounds right there at the 10.
I was with him. I thought it was going to hit right around the 12-yard line and skip out of bounds, but instead of skipping off to the right, it hit the turf and bounced straight up. Keelan picked it up, did a good job. He avoided one big hit, got it all the way up to the 23-yard line. So here come the Pirates, needing some offense. They got trips here to the near side. Trailing by 2 touchdowns midway through the first quarter. O'Connell in the backfield out of the gun will take the snap and wants to throw. Pressure off the end. Pass is batted up in the air, and it's almost picked off. That ball was up in the air for a long time, and it was almost intercepted by number 29, Caden Stargell, the senior. And it'll be second and 10.
Looked like he had a good chance to get under that football. Thankfully, it falls to the turf.
That is a huge break.
Josiah Garrett for Callaway on the block throw.
If Stargell catches that one, he could probably just skip in for 6. There was nobody around him, but clock will stop. 6:16 to play, opening quarter. Second down and 10. Pirates at their 23. Low snap. Fumble on the play. Ball is picked up by Callaway, and it's going to be a scoop and score for the Cavaliers.
51.
That is one thing you just cannot do against a good team like Callaway. Number 51, Josiah Garrett. He broke up the pass the play before. And on that fumble, he takes it in for 6.
Right here in these moments where the game's getting away from you, like I said, you have to have a message of we have to stop somewhere, be steadfast, and find some fight, or this is going to get ugly.
I believe it's already gotten there. It is 20-0 halfway through the first quarter. And that was just a bad give, or an attempt at a give there. Here's the point after. Kick is good, and now it's 21-0 Callaway with 6:09 to play. We're still in the first quarter, but again, O'Connell trying to give that ball to Samaje Smith. They were not on the same page. Ball went down, and just like it's done for us the last couple of weeks, bounces up into the defense's lap. And that was an easy scoop and score by Josiah Garrett. 7 points. $7 more to the Points for Paws program. I love helping the pets and raising money for our four-legged friends, but I love to be able to balance it out a little bit too. Halfway through the first quarter, Callaway's on pace to score 88 points tonight. Hopefully that does not happen, but they've got 3 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes and 51 seconds of the first quarter. Bailey's got it teed up at the 40. Big run back here by the Pirates would be nice. There's a little squib kick, low line drive, and it's going to be picked up. I believe that's Barbie who's got it. Rocco off to the left side with some room to run. And Rocco with a nice tough run up across the 40-yard line to around the 41. So that's where the Pirates will take possession. A punt, and a fumble. First 3 times the Pirates offense has had the ball.
You know, if you can get something going right here, you just had a great return. And if you can somehow find the end zone, you're only down by 2 touchdowns, and there's a silver lining there. But this is an important drive for the Pirate offense.
You know, all we heard coming into this game was watch out for number 3, the quarterback, Blake Harrington. He is the playmaker. So far tonight, it's been a punt return for a touchdown, a fumble return for a touchdown, and a 65-yard rushing touchdown. First down and 10 for the Pirates. We'll put Scott in motion. Hand it off to Samaje Smith off to the left side. And Samaje will take it up to around the 43-yard line. That's a hard 3-yard run before number 54, Tyrone Fitton, the senior captain, brings him down, and it's going to set up second down and 7.
I said this when the game first started, and I also said it earlier again. This is going to be a big game for Braden O'Connell, and also it's a big prove-it game because last week you relied on Samaje Smith a lot, but now they're sniffing out that Samaje Smith run really, really well.
Callaway's got 4 men on the line, a low snap. O'Connell's got to pick it up off the turf, and now he's running for his life, and he's going to be sacked back around the 34-yard line. Down goes O'Connell. Darius Davis, the senior, was there to bring him down. And again, that was all after a bad snap that was on the carpet that O'Connell had to pick up. And now Pike County's looking at 3rd and 16.
Yeah, the news isn't very good, but we do have a good deal for you, and that is the raffle ticket for the freezer and half cow. That giveaway is going to be pregame October 10th for $20. You can win a freezer and half a cow thanks to Walter Farms.
3rd and 16. Here's O'Connell, the sophomore, out of the gun. A better snap this time. He has some time, but now the pocket collapses. Braden's got to take off, looking to throw toward the sideline, and it's incomplete. Right up around the 50-yard line. It was in and out of the hands of Rocco Barbie. He was trying to find Manny Lawrence. It went right through Manny's hands, but was almost caught at the 50-yard line, but off the fingertips of Rocco Barbie, and already the third time tonight. Here's Jack Hammond to come out and punt for Pike County. And back to return it here this time for Callaway is going to be number 1. That's Caden James, the junior. 4th down, 16. Here's Hammond to kick it away. A pretty good kick, and he does keep it away from James, the return man, and another nice roll. Look at that. It hits at the 30-yard line and rolls all the way down to the 16. Boy, how special has Jack Hammond been this season for Pike County? I mean, flipping the field all season long and gets that one to roll all the way down to the Cavaliers 16.
Yeah, what a great find in Jack Hammond. Not only kicking field goals, but great in punts, and had a few bad snaps this season and has found a miracle in getting those punts off for the Pirates.
I still think about the play he made last week on that snap that went over his head. He chased it back about 15 yards, broke a tackle, and then a rugby-style kick that still ended up all the way down the field last week. Ended up being our perfect plumbing play of the game last Friday night. So here come the Cavaliers. The offense back out on the field. 1st and 10. They're at their 16. Callaway is the team in navy blue. They're up 21-0 here in the first quarter. Harrington, the quarterback, play action, wanting to roll. Drake White in the backfield, but getting pushed away. And now looking deep downfield, and it is going to be, was it caught? Still waiting on a sign. The official fell down. There's no way he could have made the call. He fell down with the receiver.
17, Roger Colquitt on the coverage there for the Pirates.
We have a flag down on the field, and we may have an ineligible receiver downfield, I believe, is going to be the call here against Callaway. Like one of the linemen was too far downfield, and the Cavaliers are coming back. So a big break there for Pike County.
Yeah, let's see if our defense can capitalize on a costly penalty by the Cavaliers.
This will be a good chance right here to get some momentum going our way. We've got Callaway all the way back now to around their 11. We'll replay 1st down after the ineligible receiver downfield. 4 minutes, 3 seconds left in the opening quarter.
And to echo Eric's point, this is only the 2nd drive that we've seen Pirate defense on the field. So this could be a time for us to stand up.
Kristen Kennedy, number 13 in the backfield. He had the 65-yard touchdown run last time. He's got the ball again here, and he's up the middle again. Not a 65-yard run, but a really nice run there that time by Kennedy before Manny Lawrence. Number 6 was in there. Also for Pike County, you had number 58. That's Brian Adams, the senior. And it's going to be about an 8-yard gain. It'll set up 2nd and 11 here for Callaway. They've got the ball right at their 25-yard line. Late in the first quarter. Empty backfield here for Harrington. Now 3 receivers to the near side. Harrington will fake a little toss, and now he's going to take off and run with it. Harrington hit hard on the far side of the field. And the senior quarterback here for Callaway takes out a coach. I believe that's Coach Adams he took out.
Yeah,
Cody Adams. Yep, Coach Cody Adams just got decleated on the far sideline, but he's up with a smile on his face.
Roger Colquitt on the tackle. He looks like maybe he put a little mustard on that sling out of bounds, sent Harrington flying, but good enough for the Cavalier 1st down.
Well, Harrington got it up to about the 29-yard line. 1st down and 10, Callaway. Again, an empty set backfield here for Harrington. Couple of long snap counts, and he draws Jalen Hudson off sides. Jalen Hudson, our player of the game last week, joined us earlier today for our latest one-on-one episode. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, it's here on our YouTube channel.
Jalen's cool as a cucumber. Just
smooth. Not as we were doing that interview, just kind of a low key. Not the animated character we've seen from some of our players this season. 1st and 5, screen pass here to the low side, and it's going to be off the fingertips of number 16, Zy Dandy. And that'll stop the clock. 2:56 to play in the first quarter. Sets up 2nd down and 5. He did tell us that if he could be any animal in the world, he would want to be a penguin. So this year, let's say we've had a bull, we've had a zebra, we've had a duck, and a penguin.
You know, when I think edge rusher, I just don't think penguin. But, hey, it's his call.
Whatever works. It's worked the last couple of weeks. 2nd down, 5. Harrington fakes the pass, takes off with it. Quarterback keeper right up the middle, and there he goes. He lost the ball. Harrington had the ball pop out as McBrayer laid the big hit. Keelan Yates, the freshman, also made a big hit. And when it's going your way, it's just going your way. That ball popped out of Harrington, and then he was able to fall right back on it.
Max McBrayer just coming in there like a missile, helmet on the football, but bounced right back into the Cavaliers' arms. But what a hit by Max McBrayer.
It has been that kind of night for Callaway. They have everything going right. They can't even fumble it away to Pike County. 1st down and 10. Cavaliers at the Pike 47. Handoff up the middle. Hudson and Godfrey Mahone, number 59 and number 69. There to combine on the tackle on number 24, DJ Mahone. I don't think there's any relation there to Godfrey. About a 4-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6. 2:05 to play first quarter. We're live tonight at Callaway Stadium in LaGrange. First region game of the season for both teams.
With our linebackers, Max McBrayer and Maddox Storm, we're just not used to seeing that much real estate running up the middle.
Let's not take anything away from Callaway. These boys are fast, too. Play action. Harrington going to roll right, looking deep, dumps it off, and is tipped away. How about Gray Cook, number 35? Just did get a fingertip on that one, and he's able to knock the pass away and set up 3rd down. What a play by Gray.
And a great pressure by the Mallard, Maddox Storm.
That's right, man. That's huge. Now, can we get a 3rd down stop? Clock stops with 1:38 to play in the opening quarter.
Here's
3rd and 6 for the Cavaliers.
And here's a chance for that Pirate defense just to stop the bleeding right here and get off the field on 4th down.
Harrington playing action to Mahone. He's going to roll right now. Look back, nobody there. Harrington still looking, pressure coming. There's Johnson Anderson trying to track him down. Now Harrington will sling it downfield and throw it short. And it's incomplete.
Once again, Maddox Storm on the hit. I think Harrington was trying to call a roughing the passer or something. You know, the ball was still in his hand.
And a great rush that time by number 63, Johnson Anderson. You know, all season we've been calling Mahone, we've been calling Hudson, but Anderson's been right there all year as well. And that time he was able to put the pressure on Harrington and force a 4th down for the Cavaliers.
He had a good pressure earlier today, too.
What I love about this defense is that when you think Johnson Anderson and Gray Cook and Maddox Storm and Max McBrayer, they're all juniors. They're all coming back. It sets up for a really good defense next year as well.
So it's 4th down and 6. 1:26 to play, first quarter. Pike County has 2 men back to return the punt. They both stand at the 5-yard line. Cavaliers going to kick this one away from near midfield. Saporita almost blocked the kick. It'll take a bounce around the 22 and a Cavalier roll all the way down near the 15-yard line. So Callaway unable to keep the drive alive. Great defense there for the Pirates. And for the first time tonight, Pike County able to keep Callaway off the scoreboard. 1:18 to play here in quarter number 1. It's 21-0. Glad to have you on the broadcast here tonight. If you were tuned in, be sure to let us know where you're watching from tonight. Kenny Harris and the boys are watching tonight from the Forsyth Fire Department. So, Kenny, glad to have you on the broadcast here this evening. Love to know where everybody's tuned in from here tonight. Drop us a comment. We'd love to see it. Give you a shout out here this evening. 1st and 10, Pike County. We are deep in our own territory. Going to start this drive at our 16-yard line. O'Connell fakes it, takes off with it, gets the far sideline. He's got some room to run, and he's tripped up around the 35-yard line. Nice run by Braden O'Connell before Zay Anderson, number 10, was there to make the stop. Best play of the night so far for the Pirates offense.
And might have helped the Pirates more than anything stopping that run because it knocked Braden out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Yeah, Callaway's coverage really focused on Colton Harmon, number 27, downfield, and that opened it up for O'Connell to take off. Good run for the 1st down.
O'Connell gets it all the way up to the 34-yard line. So an 18-yard run by Braden. It's first down and 10, Pike County, 1:08 to play, first quarter. And now here's Samaje Smith, hit at the line of scrimmage, grabbed by his neck and thrown down. No gain on the play. Stopped by number 54, Tyrone Fitton. Boy, we've been calling 54's name a lot here in the first quarter.
Yeah. To fit Samaje Smith into this game, you got to find a different play or different game plan for him, because running it is just, it's not working right now. It's been a fantastic job by Callaway to scout that. They obviously read the box score from last week, so you got to find a different way to fit a talented athlete like Samaje Smith into your plans.
I'll actually say that was a 1-yard loss. Second down and 11. Inside 30 seconds to play, opening quarter. Another low snap, but O'Connell's got it. Now he's got to step up, breaks away from one tackle, wants to throw, fires, and is complete near the first down marker.
Lyric Scott.
Across the 40, Lyric Scott with his second catch of the night. Let's see where they'll spot him. He's going to be about 2 yards shy, actually about 1.5 yards. He's got to get to the 44, and they're going to put him right at the 42. And that will end quarter number 1. So not the start Pike County wanted, but the Pirates with a good drive going here as we wrap up the first quarter here tonight at Callaway Stadium in LaGrange. At the end of one, it's Callaway 21, Pike County nothing. Tonight's coverage of Pirate football being driven by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
How does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's simple. We have the most inventory. Regardless if you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or a high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicle, we've got something for everybody. Be sure to check out our huge online inventory at CountrysideAutomotive.com, and let's make 2025 the time to find your new ride at Countryside.
Taking a look here at our YouTube channel with our Pirate fans tuned in here with us tonight. Big shout out to Kyle Cagliani from Express Sanitation Services. We're going to give you your first scoreboard update coming up here in just a few moments. Also, the Creative Country Crafter. Say that 5 times real fast. Tuning in tonight from Hollandville, Georgia. Glad to have everybody tuned in on the broadcast. Would love to know where you were watching from this evening. Alongside of Michael Moody and Eric Edmondson, I'm Chad Feltman. Michael Penn on top of the press box running the camera for us here tonight. Start of the second quarter. Pike County with the ball. O'Connell setting up a screen to Barbie, and Barbie is drilled. Goodness gracious. Wow. Flying in to make the stop is number 12, J.D. Strong.
As the play was developing, I thought, okay, we're going to pick up this first down, but wow, number 12 for the Cavaliers came in there like a Scud missile and shut it down.
J.D. Strong come flying in, and again, we'll stop shy of a first down. We actually lost 2 yards on that catch. And for the 4th time, Hammond is out to punt it away. He has had a couple of really good ones in his last kick, and the one thing Jack has been able to do great all season is get the roll after the ball hits the ground. He's got to pick this one up off the ground. Hammond with a nice high spiraling kick. Look at this, all the way down to the 15-yard line, and here's Caden James, number 1 on the return, and James takes a big hit up around the 21-yard line. Rocco Barbie was in there. Also, let's give a shout to number 45, Praven Reese, the senior. Another great punt by Jack Hammond.
It's good to see Reese out there after the broken leg of last year.
Yep.
See him back out there doing what he loves.
So we're just underway at the start of the second quarter. Don't forget, at halftime tonight, we will turn it over to our Henson's Outdoor Services halftime show. We were going to hear from both bands here tonight. We got a small taste of the Callaway Marching Band pregame tonight for senior night. Now, they only have about 10 members in their band, but sound like they got a couple hundred out there. They have a very good band.
Make one man sound like an army.
Absolutely. First down and 10. Harrington with a toss. And cutting it back inside up to around the 30-yard line is going to be number 13, Kristen Kennedy. Kennedy has a touchdown run tonight, a 65-yard touchdown run. That came back midway in the first quarter. He gets 8 on that run. It's second down and 2.
Yeah, Pike defense taking some angles we maybe haven't seen them take so far this year. They're just a lot of speed out there for Callaway.
Kennedy will stay in the ball game. And he'll take it now here to the right side, cuts it back in. He's off to the races once again. 1, 2, 3, 4 arm tackles, and finally Kennedy is going to get thrown down, flipped over by number 6, Manny Lawrence. But another nice run by Kristen Kennedy. And everybody from Pike basically just waving at him on that one. Almost like it was two-hand touch. Kennedy was just running through everybody.
And we've seen multiple times tonight the run for Callaway is absolutely fantastic. But when you force Harrington into the air, it's a very slow developing play. The Pirates have been able to get pressure, and he loves the deep ball. He loves to go deep if you can cover it.
First down pass is going to be incomplete.
That one a bit too tall.
Yep, was Zy Dandy, so that'll set up second down.
If you can control or at least keep in hand the run game here for Callaway, you force Harrington, who has missed on the screens tonight and has been slow out of the pocket.
It's going to stop the clock with 10:08 to play, second quarter. Harrington and the Cavaliers up by 3 touchdowns. Here's a toss to the near side and getting it up to the 40, now the 39-yard line. Goodness gracious, what a collision there.
That's a car crash.
I believe that is the Wild Duck. That is Maddox Storm, who just laid a pounding on Caden James.
I love his energy. Usually when he gets up from the tackle, you'll see him slapping his helmet
he
with
just
both
did,
hands.
yeah. He may have been doing that one to get the stars away. What a collision there between James and Storm. 3rd and 3. Swing pass out to the left, and it's going to be dropped. And that should be an incomplete pass. But that is going to back the ball up. It looks like it's going to be a loss of about 8 yards.
Yeah, classic mistake. He decided to take off before he caught the ball.
Well, that will now set up 4th down. And for the second straight drive, Pike County's defense forces Callaway to punt.
Force the ball in the air.
Yep. We've just got to get something going this first quarter here tonight. If you're just tuning in, joining us, I mean, it was as bad as a football game could start for anybody.
And I know we're not Georgia and they're not Tennessee, but when you think of last week's game, you've got to stop the bleeding and just find a way to compete every play.
Second punt of the night here for the Cavaliers. Nobody back for the Pirates. It'll take a bounce at the 25 and then roll forward to about the 28-yard line. So the Pirate defense once again getting it done here on this drive. And now we just need the offense to get going. The last couple of drives we've been stopped. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. It's 21-0. And again, if you're just tuned in, we welcome you inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth here at Callaway Stadium in LaGrange, Georgia, alongside of Eric Edmondson and Mr. Michael Moody. I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. Glad to have you all in here with us this evening. And it's been a tough start for the Pirates, but we got to get something going right here. So here we go, 1st down and 10. Offense back out on the field.
Coach Holmes' message pregame was building momentum and success in October, and you may not feel that tonight, but there's going to be opportunities for this Pike County team to get it headed in the right direction.
There's O'Connell, pressure coming. He'll dump it off. Pass is going to be caught by Lyric Scott. That's his 3rd catch of the night. And Lyric did not get much, but what looked like it was going to be a 5 or 10-yard loss turned into being about a 3-yard gain. 3rd catch of the night for Lyric. And a good eye right there by O'Connell to just fire a line drive to number 84. 63-yard punt return touchdown for Callaway. 65-yard rushing touchdown. And then a scoop and score by Callaway on a fumble on a bad exchange from O'Connell to Samaje Smith. They had 3 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes and 51 seconds of this ball game. O'Connell trying to swing it to the left, and this one's going to be batted away and broken up. It's an incomplete pass. Callaway was trying to call for a touchdown, but not the case, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 7.
And Eric, like you said, it looked like we were trying to hit Samaje Smith there, find ways to get one of our best playmakers the ball there.
So 3rd down again. And the Pirates now going to be at their 32-yard line. 8:30 to play, second quarter. 3rd down and 7. O'Connell, the quarterback. Samaje Smith, number 2, stands to his right. They'll put Barbie in motion. Barbie will take it. He's hit from behind, able to break away. Breaks a couple of more tackles, but not much working on that one. A lot of yards run for basically nothing. He may have even lost one on that one as number 10, Zay Anderson. Came in and made the stop, and it's going to be 4th down and 7.
There was a flag, but it looks like the referee's going to pick it up.
Yeah, Rocco broke several tackles there, but he's running east and west, not north and south.
Still waiting to see. I believe there was a flag,
Yeah,
and we're going to have a holding on
Okay.
Pike County. Penalty will be declined. So it'll be 4th down and 7, and for the 5th time here in the first half, Jack Hammond will come out and punt it away. Caden James, number 1. Jeremiah Dunn, number 2, back to return. It was Jeremiah Dunn who had the 63-yard punt return for a touchdown. And actually, this is going to be, yep, it's Hammond. I'm sorry, I thought I saw Barbie through the binoculars. He's blocking. So Jack Hammond for the 5th time tonight to punt it away. Low snap. He'll kick it away from around his 16-yard line. Another good kick, but this one, a fair catch was called, but bringing it back is going to be Caden James, number 1. He threw that left arm up as if he was calling for the fair catch, but wow.
18, Tucker Saporita in on the tackle there for the Pirates.
So Caden James brings it up to the Pike County 45-yard line.
Chad, I'm with you. I thought I saw him wave for a fair catch as well.
I mean, it looked like that from up here. The left arm was up. There ain't no sun out there, so there really wasn't nothing in his eyes. But Callaway's got the ball. Callaway's got the lead, 21-0. Pike's defense has stopped Callaway their last 2 drives.
Yeah,
Trying
let's
to do
see
it
if
again.
we can answer the bell here for a 3rd time.
Pistol formation here for the Cavaliers. Harrington, the quarterback. He will hand it off to the right side, and not much working there. Across the 45 to about the 44-yard line again is Kennedy, number 13. Drake White, number 55, looked like he was on the bottom of that pile, along with number 58, Brian Adams. 2nd down and 9, a 1-yard pickup there for Kennedy.
That's about the first time we've seen a good stop on defense with them running the ball.
Clock runs, 7:35 to play in the first half. 2nd down and 9. Kennedy will stay in the ball game. Cavaliers stay in a pistol formation. Handoff. Kennedy right up the middle, and he's grabbed. It looked like by the shoestrings. That is going to be Godfrey Mahone, number 59, who made the initial hit. And also in there is Gray Cook, number 35, to finish it up. 1-yard pickup, 3rd and 8.
That's what you love to see. And it's just now that you've done it before,
Yep.
now you're expecting it again. You got to keep the consistency up.
3rd down and 8 for Callaway. They're at the Pike County 43-yard line. Harrington rolling to his left now, looking deep downfield, and the pass is going to be caught down around the 20-yard line. What a catch by Jeremiah Dunn. That ball was almost picked off by the Pirates, but Dunn is able to haul it in with an acrobatic catch at the 20-yard line.
Number 8, Keelan Yates, undercutting that pass, but just couldn't get his hands on it.
That close. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Cavaliers. They're at the Pike 20. Kennedy's in the backfield. And they'll give it to him. Kennedy off to the left side. He's got some room to run, and he's going to take it all the way in the house. That is going to be the 2nd touchdown of the night for number 13, Kristen Kennedy. This one from 20 yards out. And it's another Cavalier touchdown. And now that 3rd down catch really comes back to haunt you.
Yeah, Pike defense had the Cavaliers set up where, exactly like you said, Eric, make Harrington beat you, and that time he did.
And there's no shame in getting beaten by a good player.
There's Bailey for the point after kick. It's a low line drive, but it is good.
Thought they might call the stutter step there against them, but they let it slide.
20-yard touchdown run by number 13, Kristen Kennedy. His second of the night. And with 6:18 to play in the second quarter, Callaway extends its lead. It is 28-0. Callaway is here on top. How about we go to Eric, see if we can get our first scoreboard update of the night. Our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Express Sanitation Services. Eric, anything to report here early on this Friday night?
We definitely do have some things to report. We'll also tell you about the games that we're also watching from around the area. Again, we're looking at Fayette at Spalding, Mary Persons at Upson Lee, and that game in Rutland. Jackson up 19-0 over the Rutland Hurricanes. And then we're also looking at Greenville at Mount Zion. That is a 17-0 in favor of Mount Zion. And Manchester at Tryon. The Tryon Bulldogs up 7-0 right now.
All right, thank you very much, Eric. Again, those scores coming to you tonight from our Express Sanitation Services out-of-town scoreboard. Here's Bailey to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Down into the corner, going to be taken by the Pirates. This is going to be Keelan Yates, who's grabbed by the face mask. Just about had his helmet spun around. Man, how do you miss that? Goodness gracious.
Yeah, a couple of arms reaching in on Keelan Yates there.
I mean, his entire head was jerked around.
He did a good job to get 3 or 4 more yards after initial contact.
Freshman with a nice return, and he'll take it up to the 22-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Pirates. Eric, we have a fan of yours tuned in. I believe you know a lady by the name of Teresa Edmondson.
Yep, yes I do. Hi, Mom.
She is tuned in, very proud of her son. Teresa, so are we. I promise you that. You got a good one. First down and 10 here for Pike County. We're down 28-0 midway through the second quarter. Handoff. Samaje Smith trying to get it outside. Now cut it back in toward the middle, and he's going to be hit from behind. And he's going to be stopped after a good run there.
Yeah, good job, Samaje Smith, just finding some room to pick up an extra 5 yards there. Looked like he could have been caught in the backfield.
Josiah Garrett, number 51, was there to make the stop. It's about a 7-yard gain for Samaje. It'll set up 2nd and 3.
And we got somebody down.
Somebody cramping, maybe.
Yeah, we have a timeout, an injury timeout here. Got a Pirate down on the field. It is our first injury timeout of the night. And like they have been all season, our timeouts are presented by Advanced IV and Wellness. Folks, if you're looking to gain some energy, if you are interested in some Botox, if you just need a good pick-me-up, Katie Boswell and her team at Advanced IV and Wellness are there for you. They also have the IVs. They can take care of you. They can come to you at home, come to you at work, and get you back in the game again. Learn more at Advanced IV and Wellness on their Facebook page. Schedule your appointment today with Advanced IV and Wellness. 5:52 to play in the first half. Got an injured Pirate down at the end of that play, and Michael, looks like it's one of our linemen up there.
Yeah, I was thinking lineman. I hate to just assume we haven't seen a number yet.
Well, based on all the knee braces and elbow braces and all that, I'm pretty sure it's not a running back. So we do have an injury timeout here on the field. Callaway's on top by a score of 28-0. Let's give you a quick update real quick. We were talking coming into this ball game about just how successful Callaway has been over the last 20 years. Well, it's all because of their head coach, Pete Wiggins, who, gentlemen, by the way, is in his 21st season as head coach here at Callaway. In those 21 years, 11 region titles, 1 state title that came back in the year 2020. Callaway has made the playoffs 20 consecutive years. And Coach Wiggins has put together 11 10-plus win seasons. His only year that he did not make the playoffs was his very first year. So 21st season for Coach Pete Wiggins here at Callaway, and he has put together a really impressive program.
And that looks like number 77, senior Hunter Rice, getting some help off the field, maybe a little bit more than a cramp.
Interesting to say. We never like to speculate on injury. The trainer was flexing the left foot of Hunter Rice, seeing if he could get a reaction, pulling the foot upwards. So
yeah, I was watching the replay here that Michael Penn had on the camera, and he could not put any pressure on that left foot as he was hopping off the field. So we'll try to get an update there on Hunter. Hope everything is going to be okay for number 77. It's second down and 3 as we get back to action here in the second quarter. Pirates down by 4 touchdowns, just trying to get something going here on offense. We have punted it 5 times. We fumbled it the only other time, and now before Samaje Smith can take the handoff, we're going to have a whistle, and let's check the penalty. Hasn't been many penalties so far in this ball game. Yep. Well, that should give the Pirates an automatic first down. Hey, by the way here, Mr. Moody, Max and Jude say go Pirates and go Dad.
They love watching football. My son Max wants to be a sports commentator when he grows up.
Bring them on.
I know they're at home cheering on the Pirates tonight. Love you guys.
Well, they're cheering on Dad too, and we're glad to have Dad here with us tonight. Thank you, Max and Jude, for letting us borrow Dad here tonight. So we sure do appreciate it. First down and 10 after the penalty. O'Connell out of the gun, going to step up, take it right up the middle, and takes a big hit for just about a 1-yard pickup. And he's hit by number 8, Darius Davis. And it'll bring up second down and 9.
And while we're on family tuning in, I got to give a shout out to my Uncle Terrell Moody, who was the voice of the Pirates for 20 years.
Is that right?
He sure was. He sat in that chair for 20 years, and you were joking about the word plethora. That's a Terrell Moody original.
Yeah, we made that up last week. Words I can't spell, I don't use. But we haven't used a plethora of Pirates so far here tonight. So
no, not yet.
We're waiting on it. So second down and 9. Pike County with it. And it's going to be O'Connell who's going to get thrown down deep in the backfield. And that's going to be about a 5-6 yard loss here for Pike County. And it's going to set up third and long.
Yeah, when we put Samaje in motion, Callaway didn't even sniff for that fake. O'Connell just had nowhere to go.
Can't blame him for trying something. It just didn't work. And I believe we had a flag at the end of that play. I couldn't see it with the bar here in the press box looking through the window, but the penalty was declined, it looked like. So that's going to move the ball back to the Pike County 27-yard line as we have 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Pirates have won 2 in a row, but the streak of 3 is in jeopardy here tonight, late in the second quarter. But a lot of football still left to be played. There's O'Connell dropping back, pressure off the ends. He's hit, dragged down by the jersey. A one-handed bring down by number 51, Josiah Garrett. Garrett also had that scoop and score for the touchdown back in the first quarter, and he just brought down the Pirates quarterback with one arm. And it's going to set up fourth down and 16 here for the Pirates.
Jack Hammond's done a great job tonight flipping the field for the Pirates. Let's see if he's got another one in him.
This is punt number 6 for Hammond. And they've all been pretty good so far, so hopefully he can keep that going. No pressure at all. He'll kick this one away from around the 15-yard line. A high end-over-end punt. This is going to be Caden James, number 1, to return. He'll try to get the sideline. Not going to get anything going. Yep, Manny Lawrence, number 6, was there to make the stop. So another great punt again by Jack Hammond. And it'll give Callaway the ball with 3:15 to play in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime tonight, it is our Henson's Outdoor Services halftime show. We are going to hear from both marching bands here tonight, and we should have ourselves a wonderful halftime performance this evening. And also, before we forget, got to give a huge shout out to our friends at Ruth's Restaurant in Zebulon, right across from Pike County High School. Earlier today, we had a chance to go have our pregame meal with the K-13 broadcast crew.
Great buffet.
What a meal it was. We'll talk more about that here after this first down play. Cavaliers have it. Starting this drive at their 44. Harrington pump fake to the left. Now looking downfield into double coverage. The pass is going to be knocked away Down around the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield by the Pirates, trying to get a number. Looks like that was Yates, 18.
Yeah, that was
number 8.
Number 8, Keelan Yates. Turned around right in time. Looks like the ball might have hit him in the back of the head.
Speaking of that buffet at Ruth's earlier today, Michael, you had told me that was the first time I believe you had ever had the lunch buffet?
Yeah, every time I've been there so far, it's been breakfast,
See,
which
that's
is
when
delicious.
I want to go.
Yeah.
So, well, of course, our server, who never keeps my drink filled up there, loves everybody on the K13 media team except for me.
You got to grow his beard back. That's
what it was. Yeah, she don't like the baby face, so she don't fill my drink up anymore. Thanks, Maddie. Appreciate it, Marinara. Here's Harrington on the keeper, breaking a couple of tackles. Look at him go. There is no way Harrington should have made anything happen out of that, and somehow he picks up 9 yards. Yeah, what a stop, though, by Hayden Spence, number 11.
He's going to be thanking his blockers on that one. They did a fantastic job to stop the pressure.
Yeah, Hayden Spence at that safety position, not playing his normal position tonight, really came in there. Looks like we hit Harrington high and low on that play.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Low snap, Harrington again. Going to take off and run with it. Off to the right side. He's got a 1st down, and now he's going to be thrown down hard, and here comes the late flag. Number 17, Roger Colquitt, was able to throw him down, and it was a little too late after the play on that one.
Harrington delivered the hit on that play, and I think Roger Colquitt just carried that out of bounds energy and just tossed him to the ground. He'll learn from that.
Now that's going to give Callaway 15 yards. And it's going to move them down close to the 20-yard line. After the late hit, unsportsmanlike call against Colquitt and the Pirates. And that will put Callaway down at the Pike 21-yard line with 2:22 to play first half.
Colquitt hobbled off. Looks like maybe he turned an ankle there, so.
Insult to injury. Literally.
Looks like Manny Lawrence, number 6, is back there at his corner position.
Harrington with an empty backfield. Got on those Air Jordan cleats, the old, like Air Jordan 11s. Now going to set up a screen to the far side and cutting the corner and getting it all the way into the end zone is number 4, Jeffrey Ellis.
Ellis did a good job following his blocks there. Tucker Saporita came in at an angle, but just too quick.
21-yard touchdown pass to Jeffrey Ellis. And that is the 5th Callaway touchdown of the first half. And here comes Jaden Bailey, number 99, for the point after. Again, Callaway's last game, they beat Redan 50-0. They have outscored their opponents 87-10 in their last 3 games coming into this one. And the point after is up and good. It is now 35-0. Callaway is on top, 7 points. That's $7 more to the Points for Paws program presented by Bark Avenue at Pike Plaza. If you're looking for the best grooming services for your dog in the Pike County area, be sure to stop by and see Ashley and the team at Bark Avenue. Their cleaning solutions last longer than any other grooming provider in all of Pike County. Plus, they even offer boarding for your dogs, and they are now hiring. So if you love your four-legged friends and you want to get paid to show it, be sure to check out Ashley and the crew at Bark Avenue. And again, 35 points so far. That's $35 in the bank for the Points for Paws program. We came into tonight 230 points, $230. We have added 35 more so far in the first half.
What a great cause. You know, nights like tonight are never fun, but you have to learn something from it.
Yep.
We may not be playing for a win at this point, but we've got to at some point play with some pride and for some pride. So if you can learn from this and grow from it.
Here is the kick by Bailey, and it's going to be returned. It looked like the Pirates took it in the end zone, but Pike County is going to bring it out to around the 20-22-yard line. And it'll set up first down and 10 for the Pirates. I'm trying to see if that was Lawrence or Yates. Those 8s and 6s, when they get rolled up.
It's hard to tell the difference. I believe it was 8, number Yates. And then once he slipped a few steps in the end zone, I thought maybe he would just shut it down, take a knee. But he brought it out, broke a few tackles.
Big shout out tonight to Michael Foster, who is tuned in from High Falls Lake, who's watching us. That's Coach Foster's dad. Tuned in with us tonight. I'd love to know where you're watching from this evening. Yeah, it's not the greatest night for the Pirates, but we're still glad to be here supporting Pike County High School and glad to have you on the broadcast with us. I do know one thing's for sure. We're going to have a great halftime show coming up. That is guaranteed. Give me a time to sip on this Diet Cherry Coke, or Cherry Coke Zero over here. One thing you got to have at every broadcast, Michael, you got to have your signature drink. It's nothing Harry Carey used to have or Bob Euchre. I'll just stick to the Cherry Coke Zero. And yeah, we are at a high school game, so pass is complete, but a flag will come in.
Yeah, I think the GHSA would frown on that.
Yeah, I know. Number 27, that's Colton Harmon on the reception, but let's check the flag. I promise there's nothing in it. Holding call on the Pirates, their second holding penalty of the night.
Yeah, it looked like number 52, Peyton Baldino, had the body language of the guilty party.
That's going to move the ball all the way back to the 12-yard line. And it'll be first down and about 20 as the Pirates huddle up with 1:47 to play in the second quarter. Pirates got the ball to start the ball game. We won the coin toss tonight. That's about the only positive we've had all night long so far. It has been a rough start. As O'Connell looking to throw, sacked, and is he in the end zone?
It's going to be close.
I think they're going to mark him back around the 2-yard line. He is, yep, they'll put the ball right on top of the 2. He was trying to set up a pass to Samaje Smith. Samaje never turned around, and O'Connell just went down with the ball as the clock ticks with 1:20.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is something here right here as well that you're watching. Callaway has Pike County all the way back at the 2-yard line. They're up 35-0. Could easily call a timeout and get the ball back with about a minute left. They're letting the clock run, so class act here by Coach Wiggins and the Cavaliers. They've got this game well in hand so far, but here's O'Connell with a direct snap out of the end zone. He'll get it out of the end zone, and Braden's going to get it up to around the 10, maybe the 12 or 13. So a nice run there by Braden to get some insurance yards and get out of the end zone as the clock runs with 49, now 48 seconds. And Pike County more than likely just going to come out and run one more play, and then we'll take it to the half.
Pirate fans, you need to watch the pregame interview with Coach Holmes. He just could not say enough positive things about Coach Wiggins and the job he's done here at Callaway.
I remember when Coach Wiggins took the job back here back in 05, it was kind of like an instant shift in the Troup County area where forever it had always been about LaGrange, and rightfully so with Coach Steve Pardue, who was here forever. You know, that LaGrange team won a lot of state championships, a lot of region titles, but Coach Wiggins has done quite well in his time at Callaway, and right now his team is on top 35-0. And I'm trying to see, did we get a timeout call? The Pirates are off the field.
I think they're trying to decipher where the ball's spotted.
Well, we're looking at third down, and right now the ball is around the 13-yard line with 23 seconds left on the clock. So the Pirates will come out. 23 seconds left on the clock. Brittany Talent's tuned in. She's watching tonight from up in Cumming, Georgia. Glad to have Brittany on the broadcast. That's a pretty long way from Pike County. Depends on how traffic is coming through Atlanta. So third down and about 18. And there goes the clock. 2-1, and the horn will sound. And that is how the first half will come to an end. Folks, it's not pretty here tonight for Pike County. It has been a tough 2 quarters, all Callaway. Here as we go to halftime, the Cavaliers on top. It is 35-0. Callaway leading Pike County. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, Eric Edmondson standing on the other side of this break, and he will get you set up and ready for tonight's Henson's Outdoor Services halftime show. But first, a quick timeout. Tonight's coverage of Pike County Pirate football being driven by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
How does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's simple. We have the most inventory. Regardless if you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or a high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicle, we've got something for everybody. Be sure to check out our huge online inventory at countrysideautomotive.com, and let's make 2025 the time to find your new ride at Countryside.
2 law firms, 1 mission. When Jody Sellers and Kevin Parker team up, the courtroom better be ready. Compassion where it counts, fire when it's needed, and results that speak for themselves. We fight for you like you're our family, and we don't back down. Ever. Introducing Sellers and Parker LLC, your hometown law firm that provides big-time results. Call us today at 770-415-9848. Visit sellersparker.com or find us on social media at Sellers Parker LF. Sellers and Parker LLC, where clients become family.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Henson's Outdoor Halftime Show. The Pike Regiment getting ready to take the field here, and we will throw it down to them momentarily. Want to give you a quick scoreboard update. That game, Greenville at Mount Zion. Mount Zion up 24-0 over Greenville. That game in Jackson, or that game in Rutland against Jackson. Jackson Red Devils still up in that contest last time we checked, 19-0, as you continue to see the Pike Regiment continuing to get ready. Going to welcome you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth. Eric Evans in here with you, everybody. And look, it's a tough first half for the Pike County Pirates. 35-0 is definitely nothing that the Pike County Pirates wanted to come into this game. But if you saw and you read between the tea leaves a little bit during the game, you noticed that there was some good defensive stops. There were a couple times that the Pike County Pirates were able to stop a very incredible run game that the Callaway Cavaliers put together, and it looks the defense that we have seen really work together and become more tenacious over the past couple weeks, like we saw versus Sumter County. It has gotten a lot better, and it's gotten a lot more consistent. Now, if we continue to see those flashes over and over and over again, that is obviously ideal. But overall, the defense showing some signs of life and some glimpses of a good future here tonight. We're going to throw it back to the field for the Pike County Pirate Regiment's halftime show.
Welcome back here to Holmes Pharmacy. Perry Fraser here with me. I'm going to tell you, if you've got a kid filling out the camp, you've got an elderly person, you're a son who needs help keeping up with your jobs, packaging is the way to do it. We have several different options. We have a machine to grind pads that we can actually manufacture medicine on your individual street. This ensures that they have it on the level needed and you can keep up with it. Again, all this and more at homepharmacy.com in 3 locations in Sawmill, Commerce, and Hill. Drum Major Jagger Mayfield, is your band ready? You may take the field for exhibition.
edition of Entry of the Gladiators. This is sure to make you feel like you are part of the circus. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Once again, another great performance here at halftime from the Pike Regiment. Our Pirate Marching Band here with us this evening. We are at the half. It is 35-0. Callaway is on top of the Pirates here at the halftime break. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will have the marching Cavaliers hitting the field right after this timeout live from Callaway Stadium in LaGrange.
Two law firms, one mission. When Jody Sellers and Kevin Parker team up, the courtroom better be ready. Compassion where it counts, fire when it's needed, and results that speak for themselves. We fight for you like you're our family, and we don't back down. Ever. Introducing Sellers and Parker LLC, your hometown law firm that provides big-time results. Call us today at 770-415-9848. Visit sellersparker.com or find us on social media at Sellers Parker LF. Sellers and Parker LLC, where clients become family.
voices bring you down. When you accept yourself for who you are unstoppable. You are worthy. You do have a purpose. Be who you are meant to be.
Well, at least tonight, the bands were really good at Callaway Stadium. Those are the Marching Cavaliers wrapping up their halftime show here tonight. It is 35-0 at halftime, and we are welcoming you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth here at halftime. Big thank you to Henson's Outdoor Services for our halftime show tonight and every Friday night during Pike County football season. Folks, remember, when it comes to outdoors, Henson's is your go-to. Jonathan and the staff can take care of all your pressure washing, your gutter cleaning, your lawn maintenance. Henson's Outdoor Services there for all of your outdoor needs. Alongside of Eric Edmondson, in the middle, we have Mr. Michael Moody. I'm Chad Feltman, K13 Media. It is 35-0 Callaway here at halftime, and well, we could recap the first half, but yeah, we'll just wait and go straight into our Pike football trivia for tonight. How about that? Our Pike football trivia, as always, being presented by Childress and Justice, even though the Childress part is not. He is at a wedding because Chris Childress does weddings during football season. That's what Chris does. So Michael Moody is here tonight.
But, Chris, I'm just as guilty. I got married October 11th, 2003. Georgia beat Tennessee 41-14, one of the best days of my life.
Let me tell you what I did. I got married in October in 2011. But you know what my wife and I did? We got married with Georgia's bye week before they played Florida.
Good man.
So that's what we did. Now, I'm not a great husband because the next day for our honeymoon, we went to Talladega Super Speedway for the NASCAR race. So I don't know what's worse.
We went to Cancun.
Well, there you go, Mr. Husband of the Year right here. Sorry, I'm taking my wife to the beach this Monday, so hopefully that can make up for it. All right, it is time right now to bring you this week's edition of our Pike Football Trivia. And again, it is presented by Childress and Justice. Now, here's how it works, gentlemen. Michael, I know this is your first time in the booth for Pike Football Trivia. Eric is going to ask all of our listeners and viewers a Pike football trivia question. They will then get one chance. Show them, guys, how many? One chance to drop a comment with their answer. Now, here's the deal. If you have already won a trivia contest this year, you are ineligible to win. And also, let me take it a step further. If you have won, please don't post the answer. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Keegan Prescott, like you did last week, calling you out there, buddy. So one chance, if you know the answer and you're the first to post it correctly, you will win a $25 gift card to go see Amber and her team at Pike Nutrition. Get you one of those great energy drinks, the great power teas they have at Pike Nutrition. So that is what is up for grabs. Again, Eric is bringing you the question. You have one chance to drop the comment with the correct answer. Eric, hit it.
All right,
for
everybody.
This week's question.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Pike County has only played a state-ranked #1 team once in program history.
Wow.
Who, when was it? Again, I'll give you the question again.
Okay.
Pike County has only played a state-ranked team, state-ranked #1 team.
#1 ranked team in the state.
#1 ranked team state one time.
In program history.
In the entire program history. Who, when was it?
Wow. All right, Michael, I know you haven't seen the answer, and I will not confirm or deny if you're right, but you want to take a crack at it?
Yeah.
One time.
If anyone knows the answer, text me really quick.
No, hang
As
on.
a Pike alum, I have no clue, but I'm going to take a guess.
Now,
Okay.
hang on. Before you give your guess, and Chad, I want to do a clarification.
Yep.
Are we accepting answers for who or when, or does it have to be both?
I just want to know who it was.
Who it was.
Yeah,
Okay, who it
I'll
was.
give you the when and what year and all that, but I just want our viewers to tell us who that team was.
Who is the
even more-
#1 ranked team?
That's
Number
even
one
more
ranked team.
intimidating because Chad's sitting here with the answer. I'm going to take a guess
I
that
put
it was
the
one of
questions
those
together,
really
so-
good Griffin High teams.
Okay.
Maybe because of proximity of programs. Maybe we went up against a good Griffin Bears team.
So there you go. Michael Moody's guess.
Educated
is
guess.
Griffin
The
High
Bears.
School. Again, if you know the answer to that question, now is the time to drop your answer in the comment section here on our YouTube channel. Once again, if you didn't hear it correctly, in the entire program history of Pike County football, which goes back to the early 70s, if I'm not mistaken, if what I've seen correctly, Pike County has only played the #1 ranked team in the state once. Who was that team? You know the answer. Drop us the comment. We would love to get your answers and give you the gift card to Pike Nutrition. It is time now to kick off quarter number 3. We are just underway here at Callaway Stadium in LaGrange, alongside of Michael Moody and Eric Edmondson. High atop the booth tonight, it is Michael Penn on the camera. I'm Chad Feltman. It's K13 Media's coverage of Pirate football. Third quarter, Pike County down 35-0.
Interesting pooch kick there by Jack Hammond. I think maybe he wanted it to check up before it went out of bounds, but it did go out of bounds and draw the penalty to start the second half.
That's really about the only thing Jack Hammond has done wrong all season. So Callaway is going to have the ball. They're up 35-0. And they're going to have a new quarterback into the ball game. This looks like it's going to be number 12, J.D. Strong. We'll confirm that after the snap. And here it comes. And no, that is not Strong 12. I believe that is 17. And that is going to be A.J. Williams, the sophomore, who is run out of bounds by Maddox Storm.
Yeah, number 35, Gray Cook, first on the scene to wrap him up, and good job by Maddox Storm to clean up that tackle. Went a little far out of bounds. I was afraid there might be a penalty there, but it's just refs letting them play.
Still waiting on the correct answer, by the way. Unless I haven't scrolled up enough. Nope, I don't see
so
that yet.
my answer wasn't correct is what you're saying?
I told you
We're
I
still
can't
waiting?
deny or confirm if your answer was correct. I'm waiting on a viewer or a listener to tell us what that team was. I'll give you the trivia question here again after the second down play. Again, J.D. Strong, number 17, A.J. Williams, number 17, the new quarterback. And this time Williams will hand it off for a short gain. And this is Kennedy, who has 2 touchdown runs on the night. Justin Osteen says Charlton County. That's a great guess, but no, it is not Charlton County. Again, the question, Pike County, in its entire program history of playing football, has only played a number 1 ranked team once.
And who guessed Charlton County?
That was Coach Osteen.
State champion,
Yep.
Coach Osteen.
That's right. Had their
Congratulations.
celebration last week. Who was the team Pike County played? I'm going to start giving a hint after this play. 3rd down and 11. Eric, we're going to give them the year it happened after this. Williams rolls right, looks up the middle, has a man wide open, and it's going to be knocked away. How about the defense there by Hayden Spence? And it'll bring up 4th down and 11. All right, Eric, they're having trouble with the answer. Let's give them the year that Pike County played the number 1 ranked team in the state.
Chad, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Don't you give that answer away. Don't you
No,
give the year away.
I will not.
Don't you give the team away.
There we go.
Give them the year.
So the year, I'll give you the date, the exact date it happened. They played this number 1 state-ranked team on October 3rd in 1980.
Wow, 1980. All right, 4th down.
It's a good year. UGA won the national championship that year.
Yeah, well, this team who Pike County played went 15-0 that year as well. Here's Barbie on the return. Rocco breaks a couple of tackles, and he'll get it up near the 40-yard line, and that's where the Pirates will take over. So it happened in 1980. David Salmons says Cedar Grove. That is not correct. Robin Fordham says that was her guess, too. She guessed Charlton County. That is not correct. This happened in 1980, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I got some notes written here. This team went down in history as one of the greatest high school football teams in the history of Georgia high school football.
They went 15-0, won AA state title, 11 shutouts, 121-6
in their playoff run. So in 15 games that year, they had 11 shutouts.
You talk about a buzzsaw.
Yeah. And in the playoff run, 5 games to the state championship, they outscored their opponents 121-6. What team are we talking about? Come on, somebody out there's got to know. 1st down for the Pirates. O'Connell dumps it off. This looks like Manny Lawrence, who's got it up around the 50-yard line. Let's check and see.
That's a 1st down.
Is that a 6 or an 8?
That's 6.
That's a
Manny
6.
Lawrence.
That's Manny. All right. So
that, if I'm not mistaken, that's the first down for the Pirates this evening.
Good call, Eric.
Well, Callaway has looked like one of those number 1 teams in the state tonight. They are fast. They are strong. They have guys everywhere on this field. I know the score is 35-0, but it's not that Pike hasn't put up a fight.
We've put up a fight. We've hurt ourselves, too. A couple of turnovers. And
long plays.
Special teams.
Special teams.
1st, and let's see if we can just score. We haven't scored on the road in 10 quarters this season. 1st down, O'Connell out of the gun, pressure off the end. He's got to scramble off to the far sideline. Here's O'Connell at the 40, right near the 1st down marker.
Late slide.
Well, the creative Country Crafter says Griffin High School. That is incorrect. Joshua B says Peach County. That
Out of
is
luck,
incorrect. We have a winner.
Uh-oh.
Micah DeGraff guessed Mary Persons.
Really?
Back in the Dan Pitts days, 1980. Mary Persons went 15-0, 11 shutouts.
Pretty good.
Won the AA state title, and again in their 5 playoff games, outscored their opponents 121-6. Congratulations to Michael. Here's O'Connell with it again, and it looks like he's going to just barely have enough for a first down. So here's the deal. Micah DeGraff, we have got you a $25 gift certificate to Pike Nutrition. All we need you to do is to send us a private message to the K13 Media Facebook page, and we'll get you all the details on how to get over and see Amber and the crew at Pike Nutrition. And again, a big thank you to Childress and Justice for bringing us our Pike football trivia each and every Friday night. That was one of my favorite trivia questions to put together preseason this year. Learned a lot about that 1980 team.
Watching O'Connell here, he's playing with some tempo. Whatever that message was in the locker room during halftime.
Well, he just tempoed that one all the way down to the grass, and a sack coming in from Darius Davis, the senior. So
he's a little slow to get up there.
Well, Callaway may have pulled their starting quarterback, but they have not pulled their starting defense just yet. They are trying to pitch another shutout. Again, they won 50-0 last Thursday. And they're up 35-0 here. We do have a running clock situation in the third quarter. So we've got 5:35 to play. And other than an injury or a touchdown, that clock should just keep on running. Normally you get that with a team has a lead of 30 points or more. Callaway's up 35-0. Midway through the third, 2nd and 15, a low snap. O'Connell looking downfield. There's nothing there. Now he's going to get brought down again. He was trying to get to the outside, and he is going to be sacked by Nizeric Houston, the senior.
So many times this season, O'Connell will do that shift and move of direction and angles, and that fools the defense. But with these guys, not tonight. They are locked in.
Michael, you got quite the fan club here on the broadcast here tonight. You got a lot of folks saying it's great to hear you on the broadcast. So we may just have a battle royale with you and Chris Childress moving forward.
No, y'all said that if Pike found a way to win tonight that his job may be in danger. I don't think there's any chance of him losing his seat. I'm used to being the PA where I have great spotters, Eric McElroy to my left and Chandis Steele on my right. They do an amazing job giving me numbers and data all night long.
There's something else amazing about being inside the press box at Pike County High School as O'Connell drops the snap, and now he's going to be brought down from behind. So it just continues to get worse here for the Pirates, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about Carrollton right here. There's a long way to go, but I have learned inside that press box at Pike County High School every Friday night, somebody brings up a good meal in the crock pot every single week.
Praise the Lord for Jay Lett. Every week he brings dinner for us.
There was like some great rotel or something in there
it's
last week.
rotel.
It was amazing. The barbecue a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. It's pulled pork. It's you name it. It's chili when it gets a little bit colder here.
Y'all never bring any of that to the top of the press box either, by the way. Here's Hammond with his 7th punt of the night. And Jack's punt will roll out of bounds around the 21 or 22-yard line. Now they continue to walk it up to the 26-yard line.
Well, y'all act like I didn't go get hot dogs during halftime.
That's true. He did.
We're very fortunate you fed us. We're very fortunate for the hot dogs, but just wanted to point it out there that, you know, those home games, we got some good stuff in that press box.
And our next home game being homecoming, October 10th.
What's on the menu?
Jay, what is on the menu? It's going to be good, whatever it is. And y'all are welcome to it.
Oh, we know. We come down at halftime. Chris does and gets about 4 plates. I'll try to sneak over to the air conditioning and get a little scoop of something.
So far tonight, every offensive drive, it feels like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We do something good, and then it falls apart.
We have been so close to so many first downs tonight, and 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3, and then something just disastrous happens as now Callaway has got the ball back, and here's Williams, the quarterback, across midfield, and going to be brought down. Maddox Storm with a touchdown-saving tackle around the Pike County 44-yard line, and Maddox is very slow to get up at the end of that play. And he's got a couple of teammates going to come in and help him get up, but a great pursuit by Maddox Storm to save the touchdown as A.J. Williams, the sophomore quarterback who was checked into the ball game, broke it open big, and he's got it to the Pirate 44 with 2:10 to play in the quarter.
You might think on senior night you'd see Harrington in there the whole way, but Coach Wiggins, this is what good programs do. When there's an opportunity, they develop the next man up.
Seems like a good time to take a timeout. Callaway takes it, we will, to the Advanced IV and Wellness timeout, coming your way with 2:10 to play in the third quarter. Let's check back in with Eric Edmondson and see if we can get an update with our Express Sanitation Services out-of-town scoreboard. Eric, anything new to report to us?
We definitely do have some new things to report, Chad. Let me tell you about it. We got that Jackson at Rutland game. Jackson now up 29-0. And we finally have a score for our trivia star this evening, the Mary Persons squad at Upson Lee. Upson Lee's up 7-0 in that
How
contest.
about that?
That is in the second quarter. I would assume the dwindling second quarter. And then Morgan County is up 35-0 against West Side Macon.
That'll be our homecoming game that Michael was just talking about. The next time we come to the Boneyard on October the 10th, we'll play West Side Macon.
And one final score before we get back to action, that Manchester at Tryon game. Tryon's up 21-12.
First down here for the Cavaliers. Williams will hand it off. No gain on the play, maybe even a loss on that run to number 24, DJ Mahone, the junior.
Good grab by Max McBrayer, brought him down by the ankles.
Yeah, number 59, Godfrey Mahone there to clean it up.
And real quick, while we have everybody on the broadcast here tonight, just a programming update. Next Friday night, Pike County will be in Jackson to take on the Red Devils at Red Devil Hill. Unfortunately, we will not be there to broadcast that game next Friday night. First down, should be second down here as Mahone gets the toss to about the 43-yard line. And look at Maddox Storm up there at the end of that tackle.
To see him respond, you would not think the score is 35-0, and that's what you have to build on. You still have to play for pride and with passion, and Maddox Storm is showing that here tonight.
We requested permission to broadcast from Jackson High School back in June in the summer, and our request was denied by the administration. So the principal, the AD, everybody at Jackson High School said no. And that's about as much as there is to it.
Well, Pirate fans, that simply means you got to go there and cheer them on in person, and let's take over Red Devil Stadium and make it loud.
Third down and 9. Williams rolling, fires, wide open man caught at the 28-yard line. A.J. Williams pass is complete for a Callaway first down. He was able to connect with Zy Dandy, number 16.
Number 4, Max McBrayer there to make the tackle out of bounds after the big gain.
Great play by Max. So it's another first down, and that should put the Cavaliers up around the 29, 28-yard line. And looking off in the distance, you can start to see a little bit of lightning. I checked the radar a little while ago, and there are some storms up around the Carrollton area. So heading up Highway 27 out of LaGrange up toward the north, there are some pretty good storms. Hopefully they stay up that way.
With all the deep passes that have gone up from Callaway this evening, you really feel the emptiness and the lack of Ethan Luna out in the field. Just a special player Ethan Luna is, just goes to show you how much of an impact he makes on the game.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. Callaway on top 35-0 here this evening. And while we have a moment, I want to give a big thank you to Thomaston Hospice. Lindsay and her team. Unfortunately, tonight we have not been able to get into the red zone for the Pirates offense. So I want to give a big thank you to Lindsay and everybody at Thomaston Hospice for a big partnership this season. And speaking of Thomaston Hospice, here we go.
Hey fans, this is Lindsay at Thomaston Hospice. When someone you love is facing a life-limiting illness, every moment matters. At Thomaston Hospice, we're more than healthcare. We're a team of neighbors, friends, and caregivers right here in our community, walking beside you every step of the way. Connect with us on social media, visit our website, thomastonhospice.com, or call us at 706-647-2273. Thomaston Hospice is a proud supporter of the Pike County Pirates.
And we certainly do appreciate that support, Lindsay, and everybody at Thomaston Hospice. Thank you so much for being on board with us here as we go to the fourth quarter at Callaway Stadium. Clock is running. We're trying to beat the weather. Lightning off in the distance. A.J. Williams, number 17, is the new quarterback for the Cavaliers.
Looks like we got movement on the left tackle.
Let's see, that should back them up. Yep, false start against Callaway.
I believe that's just the second penalty against Callaway tonight. And honestly, it's been a clean game by both sides.
Both teams, yeah.
But
other than a couple of holding calls by Pike, that's really been about it.
Both teams have been incredibly disciplined tonight. Now, granted, the referees have let a couple things play through, but hey, that's just the way the game is played. But either way, a good disciplined game by both of these squads, and that's something to take out of it.
First down and 15. Williams hands it off to Mahone, number 24. And Mahone is going to move the pile forward inside the 25 for about a 12-yard run to set up second down and 3. Once again, next Friday night, Pike County on the road, going to be in Jackson. They'll be taking on the Red Devils at Red Devil Hill, 7:30 kickoff. But we will not be there to broadcast, so we want you to come and pack out Red Devil Hill next Friday night in Jackson. We will be back for our next broadcast on October the 10th, back at the Boneyard, homecoming against Westside Macon. Here's Williams on second down, goes back to Mahone, who is hit right at the line of scrimmage, but is able to move forward, and he should be close to that first down marker. He needed to get to the 19, and they've got that ball spotted in between the 19 and the 20. Let's see if they're going to move the chains. Looks like they are.
Maddox Storm, number 33, did a good job staying put at that edge, and when the runner broke his way, he was there to make the tackle. Good job, Maddox Storm.
First down for Callaway. A.J. Williams out of the pistol, going to hand it off again to Mahone, who again is able to stutter step as Maddox Storm comes in and finishes off the tackle at around the 13-yard line. As we're now inside 10 minutes to play. It's 35-0.
Despite tonight's score, Coach Holmes really has this program's energy headed in the right direction. You see it at the Boneyard in the stands. Our fans are getting there an hour early before kickoff. That place is full. You see the energy in the weight room.
We just need to play every game at home.
I think you're right.
I think we're on to something there. As Kennedy takes the handoff. And Kennedy is leveled by Manny Lawrence down at the 10-yard line. Kennedy has 2 touchdowns here tonight. Number 13 for Callaway. He had a 65-yard run midway through the first quarter, and then he had a 20-yard run midway through the second quarter.
And Manny Lawrence just hit the turf hard after that takedown.
Well, he had a huge collision there with Kennedy. Another timeout.
Last Friday, Manny was down on the turf with an arm injury. Looks like a shoulder. We'll see what.
I think he's cramping.
Well, it is an injury timeout presented by Advanced IV and Wellness here this evening. And it'll stop the clock with 9:08 to play in the fourth quarter. Again, we're in a running clock situation as Callaway is on top 35-0. They scored 3 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes and 51 seconds of the first quarter. A punt return touchdown of 63 yards, a 65-yard touchdown run, and then a fumble recovery that they scooped and scored. And in the blink of an eye, gentlemen, it was 21-0. Just like that, and they haven't looked back ever since.
And 2 of those plays, 2 of those touchdowns really came at fault of the Pirates, and you kind of shoot yourself, especially the scoop and score. You definitely wanted to clean that up.
Here's Mahone on the carry. He's flipped over end by Gray Cook down around the 8-yard line. Yeah, you take away the punt return touchdown, and you take away the fumble recovery touchdown. Same story we said in Tallapoosa. 2 scores in that ball game that just completely changed the outcome of the game. Now, again, our offense has not helped itself at all this season on the road. This is our 3rd road game. We've been shut out for now 11 and a half quarters. It is going to be 1st and goal here for Callaway. 2nd string offense on the field. Mahone, number 24, is ripped apart by number 57, Oliver Smith, who come crashing in And you know what? Let's give that tonight's Plum Perfect Plumbing play of the game. Oliver Smith comes in late in the fourth quarter and just unleashes number 24, DJ Mahone. And you can see him celebrating at the end of that one. I would be too. That is one of those hit stick highlight reels you like to see.
Callaway failed to pick up the sophomore, and he really took advantage of that opportunity. Great tackle.
So there you have it, our Plum Perfect Plumbing play of the game. Second down, and here goes Smith, the quarterback, and Smith will dive at the end zone, and he will take it in for 6. It's an 8-yard touchdown run by the sophomore quarterback. Excuse me, that's A.J. Williams, I beg your pardon, number 17, who was able to get past number 11, Hayden Spence. And with 7:23 to play in the ball game, it is now 41-0 Callaway. 8-yard run by the sophomore quarterback. And it has been all Cavaliers here tonight as the point after kick is good. Well, 7 more points. That's $7 more to the Points for Paul's program presented by Bark Avenue at Pike Plaza. 42 points, $42 here tonight. Well, gentlemen, it's pretty obvious. I mean, our struggle this season in the 3 road games we have been exposed is just lack of offense, unable to move the ball. And again, you know, not pointing one finger at one particular player. It's just been offense total. But, I mean, we've had plays that have just taken way too long to develop. You know, the transition from quarterback to running back, handing the ball, keeping the ball has just taken way too long, and that's allowed the defense to be in the backfield. We've tried to set up a few screen plays, and Callaway has just sniffed them out. The only thing that's really worked for us tonight are the 3 catches that Lyric Scott had in the first half here tonight. Those were on some short balls thrown underneath, out toward the sideline. But that's really just been about it here tonight.
And the difference between tonight and the first 2 road games is that tonight's a region game. This is going to be year in, year out until GHSA sees fit to say otherwise. So this is kind of a gut check. I think a game like tonight changes the intensity to which you practice and lift weights and get after it. And the Pirates have done such a good job at all aspects of the game.
Keelan Yates brings the return back to the 25-yard line. The freshman, number 30, Dwight Hardaway, in on the stop. And again, the clock runs with now 6:50 to play in the fourth quarter. We're trying to beat the weather. Lightning off in the distance, but apparently it has not gotten close enough to the stadium for the lightning detectors to catch it. I want to say it's an 8-mile device, if I'm correct. Don't hold me to it, but I want to say it's an 8-mile lightning detection device.
And Chad, you would know better than I would if there is a lightning issue. Will there even be a delay?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably just go ahead and call it and let's move on. I mean, if it was a tie ball game or, you know, something close maybe. 4th catch of the night here for Lyric, and he gets blown up on the screen. And the tackle is made by number 31, Caden Johnson. I mean, Callaway sniffed that one out.
It's multiple times tonight that the Pirates have gone with that screenplay and it's just not worked out, and that's not the first time it's happened this season either. Is that screenplay on either wing is just not panning out for a lot of yardage.
Their cornerbacks are coming through unblocked on that.
Yep. Well, one positive to look for here tonight, Lyric Scott has been targeted 4 times. He has caught all 4 passes thrown his way. So 5:35 to play, fourth quarter. We've got a new quarterback in the ball game as well. I'll give you that name and number after this. Toss is low, picked up by Samaje Smith, who is now being hit like a pinball at the line of scrimmage.
Samaje did a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 spin moves, a hard carry just to get back to where he started from.
Mitchell Hull, number 22, is the new quarterback into the ball game for the Pirates. He's a senior, and he'll come in and take over at quarterback as we now have exactly 5 minutes left on the game clock. Pirates going to drop to 3-3 overall on the season. They'll be 0-1 in region play. Callaway is going to pick up their 4th consecutive win, as Mitchell Hull is the new quarterback. And he will hand this one off to the right side, about a 2-yard pickup. This is number 9, Elijah Primo, his first carry of the night. Callaway came into this ball game tonight 6-1 all time against Pike County. Coach Pete Wiggins, we gave you his accolades, the head coach for Callaway earlier tonight. He is now going to be 7-0 all time against Pike County. And again, will these two teams see each other next year? We don't know. There's going to be a reclassification before next football season takes place. Will the Pirates stay in AA? Will they move up to AAA? We will find out a lot before next season, but not sure if we'll see Callaway. Callaway's a very talented team as now we get ready for the 8th punt of the night. New kicker into the ball game here for the Pirates, and a pretty good punt all the way down to the 35-yard line. Let's give some credit there to number 31. That is Colin Bland, a junior. I don't blame Pirates for finding a new punter. Jack Hammond had 7. That's the 8th punt of the night for the Pirates.
Yeah,
Jack had a bunch of good ones.
Similar to Coach Wiggins playing some younger guys, it looks like we're going to do the same and get some guys some experience moving forward.
Not a bad idea as the clock runs. Again, 3:20 to play. Congratulations earlier tonight in the third quarter. Micah DeGraff was able to win this week's Pike football trivia question. And he was able to pick up that $25 gift card to Pike Nutrition. So congratulations to Micah DeGraff. First down and 10. Callaway with the ball late in the fourth quarter. Running clock here at Callaway Stadium. A.J. Williams will hand it off.
Big hole.
And up near midfield, a big collision here. Again, that is going to be number 43 on the stop for the Pirates. That'll be Landon Benford, a freshman, and a nice hard hit laid there by Benford. It'll be a first down run for Callaway, but something you'd love to see, man. Even when you're getting blown out, it's been a long night, you still love to see these guys get out here, play hard, make some big hits, and you know, these young guys we're calling right here. A lot of
number 20, Hunter Mask, a freshman out there.
You know,
playing
they've been
hard,
itching to get into the ball game. First down run, right up the gut. And a big run for Callaway. Down to the 20, the 15, down toward the 10-yard line. Another huge run for the Cavaliers before Tristan O'Connell, number 21, is there to make the stop on number 22, Caden Lee. Caden Lee, just a freshman running back here for Callaway. And he takes that one all the way down to the 10-yard line, and that's going to set up first and goal with 1:48 to play. The clock is running, and let's see if Callaway will try to punch another touchdown in right here, if they'll just take a couple of knees. Coach Wiggins and those khaki pants walking out to talk to the head official. And let's see what the Cavaliers do here. They're up 42-0. 90 seconds to play. It's first and goal, Callaway. Here's Williams, pistol formation. He'll take the snap, and a class act will take a knee.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect anything else from Coach Wiggins here at Callaway. Again, he's very well respected around the state, and this is why this man has been here for 21 seasons. His team's at the 10-yard line. He's got second and third string guys in there and could give him a chance to run it in, but takes a knee, and we hit 1 minute to play. Callaway more than likely going to come out, take a couple more knees, and this one is going to be finished, and we are going to be on our way back to Zebulon.
Impressive showing here by Callaway.
Yeah,
it'll
sure.
be interesting to see what they do throughout the season and into the playoffs.
Can't wait to see what they do when they face Morgan County, who's also undefeated. 2 high-powered offenses, 2 great quarterbacks. Those 2 more than likely, it'll come down for the region title with Callaway and Morgan County, as Williams will take another knee with 27 seconds, and that should do it. Callaway will not have to run another play. The clock will wind down, and our final score here tonight is going to be 42-0. Callaway is going to pick up the win. Cavaliers will improve to 4-2 on the season. Pike County will drop to 3-3 on the season. In region play, Callaway opens with the win. They're 1-0. Pike County is 0-1. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap up the broadcast, give out the award for our Sellers and Parker Player of the Game, and give you our final thoughts from LaGrange right after this timeout presented by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
How does Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Jackson sell more vehicles than any other dealership in the area? It's simple. We have the most inventory. Regardless if you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or a high-quality, low-mileage pre-owned vehicle, we've got something for everybody. Be sure to check out our huge online inventory at CountrysideAutomotive.com, and let's make 2025 the time to find your new ride at Countryside.
2 law firms, 1 mission. When Jody Sellers and Kevin Parker team up, the courtroom better be ready. Compassion where it counts, fire when it's needed, and results that speak for themselves. We fight for you like you're our family, and we don't back down. Ever. Introducing Sellers and Parker LLC, your hometown law firm that provides big-time results. Call us today at 770-415-9848. Visit sellersparker.com or find us on social media at Sellers Parker LF. Sellers and Parker LLC, where clients become family.
Well, a tough night here in LaGrange for Pike County as the Pirates fall by the final of 42-0 to the Callaway Cavaliers, as we welcome you back inside the Advanced Roofing and Interiors broadcast booth here tonight to wrap up our broadcast. Again, Eric Edmondson in the black. In the middle here tonight, Michael Moody, the voice of the Pirates at the Boneyard at Pike County High School. I'm Chad Feltman, and a big thank you tonight to Michael Penn, who was on top of the press box giving you all the great video footage here this evening from Callaway Stadium. Unfortunately, all that great video footage really happened to be for the team in the Navy Blue here tonight, guys. A 42-0 win for Callaway. They're 1-0 in the region. Final thoughts, Eric, we'll start with you on tonight's game.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be a tough game coming in. Callaway's a juggernaut of an opponent. And like you said before we cut the break, Chad, they're going to be competing for the region title, and they're going to be looking for a deep run in the playoffs. But you can't say that the Pike County Pirates didn't come away with something out of this contest. There were a couple of good defensive stops, some good defensive looks. But there is some stuff to work out going into this next week and going into region play.
Well, Michael Moody, I wish we had a better result, but you didn't do any worse or any better than Chris Childress did on our road games this year.
Well, I can make a good living filling in for Chris Childress. But anyway, my takeaway would be this. Don't let tonight beat you twice.
Yeah.
You take your medicine, you move on, you learn from it, but you have a reset, and we play Jackson next Friday. Do not let this game affect next Friday.
Well, also, speaking of things coming up next, this guy right here has got to get back home real fast because you have a big day at the Boneyard tomorrow for our young Pirates, man.
8:30, we start in the Boneyard. We're going to have 6U flag football, and then after that game, we have 4 tackle football games. And I get the privilege of calling out these kids' names, and they're going to love it. It's going to be a good time. So if you're around, come see some good football with the Pike County Rec Department.
Somebody come bring this guy lunch tomorore. Bring him a cold drink
Yeah,
up in
Jay,
the press box.
Jay, bring me some lunch, please.
Go take care of Michael Moody, man. It has been great to have you here tonight, and hopefully we get to get you back and do it again one time.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a different outcome.
I love it. All right, well, we've got to give out a few awards here tonight before we wrap up the broadcast. First, let's give out our Plum Perfect Plumbing Play of the Game, and that literally happened just a few moments ago. One of our young guys came in, the sophomore Oliver Smith off the defensive line came in and just made an incredible stop late in this ball game. I mean, like he was shot out of a cannon here tonight. So congratulations to the sophomore, number 57, Oliver Smith. He gets the Plum Perfect Plumbing Play of the Game. Now we give out the award for our Sellers and Parker Player of the Game. And by the way, Jody Sellers sent me a message a moment ago and said we're in his hometown. Jody Sellers, a 2004 graduate of Troop High School. So we're glad to be here in Jody's town. And now we'll give out his award, Sellers and Parker Player of the Game. Well, gentlemen, I wish we had something more positive, a touchdown, a field goal or something for the offense here tonight. It was a tough night, but one bright spot on the offense this evening. There was one receiver who was targeted 4 times tonight. He caught all 4 passes. Really about the only bright spot of the night. So my vote is for number 84, Lyric Scott, this evening. Thoughts?
Yeah, I second that. Lyric has got so much speed and so much quickness on this team. He is a weapon, and he has come back from injury from last year. And great kid. I'm so proud of him. And I second that.
Well, Eric, that means we get a one-on-one interview coming up with Lyric Scott. I think I'm more excited about that.
Yeah, and you know what? Lyric has been kind of championed by the other players that we've interviewed. And you know what? You always ask the question, if Coach Holmes couldn't make it to the game, who steps up to coach? And Lyric is always the guy.
Yeah, his name is always mentioned when we do that. So congratulations, number 84, Lyric Scott, our Sellers and Parker player of the game. 42-0. Final score again here tonight. There's not much more to say other than have a great weekend. And we will see all of you back 2 weeks from tonight. Again, we will not be broadcasting next Friday night at Jackson High School. Not our decision. That was the decision of the administration from Jackson High School, so don't blame us. Sorry we won't be there to broadcast, but hopefully you'll still be there to cheer on the Pirates. Should be a great game in downtown Jackson at Red Devil Hill. It seems like every year Pike and Jackson play, it is down to the last possession, who has the ball last, and won't expect anything different next Friday night. We will be back 2 weeks from tonight at the Boneyard. Michael Moody will be back down in the press box. He's going to have a busy night because it's going to be homecoming night against Westside Macon. So until then, we thank you for joining us here tonight. All of our great sponsors, all of you who tuned in, watched, left your comments, thank you for joining us here this evening as we wrap it up from LaGrange. For Eric Edmondson, for Michael Moody, our camera operator, Michael Penn, I'm Chad Feltman. This has been a presentation of K13 Media's coverage of Pike County Pirate football presented by Countryside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Good night. We'll talk to you again in 2 weeks on October the 10th back at the Boneyard in Zebulon.